After watching this restaurant landing page design masterclass, you will be a real ninja of Elementor Page Builder. You can literally design and animate anything in Elementor, whatever you'll imagine. Let's have a quick sneak peek at what we'll create in this video step by step. First, you'll learn how to create a logo using a free online tool and then move on to building a stunning header with a search bar, navigation menu, and a call to action button. Next up, I'll design an eye-catchy banner area. Imagine a button with a cool hover effect. We'll add a gorgeous carousel to showcase food items with images and details. You can swipe through them using left and right arrows, smooth and interactive. After that, I'll craft an elegant About section. Want to highlight a special item? We'll feature it with pricing details. And add a magical breathing animation effect to make it really pop. Below that, we'll design this awesome food menu. It'll be perfectly organized with tabs for dinner, lunch, or whatever categories you want. You'll also learn how to create a stylish product cards with amazing hover effects. Trust me, these cards will stand out and make your page look super unique. And finally, we'll wrap things up with a beautifully designed footer. It'll have a quick page links, Play Store buttons, a newsletter subscription option, and clean copyright text to keep it professional. Most interestingly, we'll learn how to make any web page 100% responsive for mobile and tablet devices, so there won't be any technical boundary. All the hidden techniques in the Elementor Flex Container, everything in details step by step. This tutorial is 100% beginner friendly. You don't need to have any coding skills or any design experience. So if you are very new to WordPress or Elementor, this single tutorial will make you a professional web designer. I'll even provide you with all the necessary images so you can follow along with the video step by step. Can you believe we'll be doing all of this just by using a drag and drop page builder? No prior coding or design skill is required. This tutorial is for complete beginners. Now let me introduce you to myself first. My name is Taimon Nishat. I'm a professional web developer. Even in the past, I have completed so many freelance WordPress projects for my clients. So basically, you're learning all the best methods and techniques from a real professional web developer. I'm really excited. If you're excited like me, please give this video a big thumbs up. This is the only thing I want from you. Other than that, this video is completely free for you. Just have a look. If you like this video, then from YouTube's left bar, you can go to liked videos and find this video easily later. Before we dive in, I want to give a quick shout out to Kitpapa. If you ever need a website for yourself or for your clients, just head over to kitpapa.com. They've got some of the most unique and trendy web design templates for almost any type of website. Honestly, thanks to Kitpapa, we're able to bring you guys these amazing free tutorials. So definitely check them out. Alright, we will be creating our awesome sales landing page in easy 4 steps. First, I'll show you how to get your own domain name and web hosting. I'll also provide you with 78% discount link. Then how to install WordPress. Then how to install a free theme and a free page builder. Finally, we'll start creating our amazing landing page. Also, I'll be adding a timestamp in the description so you can always jump into the necessary part you need. If you already have domain name or web hosting, you can skip part 1. And if you have installed WordPress inside of your web hosting, then you can skip part 2 as well. You can just jump into step number 3 following the timestamp. Let's now start with the step number 1, which is to get your domain name and web hosting. So first of all, what is a domain name? Domain name is basically your website address, like Facebook has facebook.com, Amazon has amazon.com, we have jimfahaddigital.com. Similarly, for your website, you need an address that will be yourwebsitename.com. And what is web hosting? Web hosting is the storage space for your website. All the images, all the texts you'll have in your website, all will be stored on your own web hosting. As you are owning your own web hosting, so there won't be any limitation. You can run ads, you can upload any text or images, you can upload any themes or plugins you want. You are in charge of your own website. Now, how to get your own web hosting with a free domain name? So first, just click on this very first link in the description below this video, or you can just go to jimfahaddigital.com/best host. And this will take you to a special discounted Hostinger page. But why Hostinger? In my opinion, Hostinger is the most affordable and also the fastest web hosting provider available. Just have a look into their Trustpilot reviews. People are super happy with their hosting speed, affordable pricing, and customer support. Now, from here, you can change the language if you want. Maybe you speak Spanish, Portuguese, or Hindi. You can select your language from here. One thing I also want to say is that this page changes quite often. In fact, they probably change it once a month. So if the banner or interface looks different, don't worry, don't panic. This happens quite often. It's the same website. Let's scroll down a bit. You'll find all the different plans. By the way, we can see 4 plans here, but sometimes you may see 3 plans here. Just don't worry because you can create your website with any of these plans. But as you are starting out, I recommend taking this premium or business plan. With both of these plans, you can create up to 100 websites. For example, today you're creating a portfolio website, tomorrow you want to create a business website, and next week you want to create an e-commerce website. So you don't need to purchase hosting each time. You can create all the websites within this same web hosting plan. So here with the premium plan, you'll get 100 GB of storage. With the business plan, you'll get 200 GB of storage. And with any of these plans, you'll get all the features like unlimited free SSL. So all of your websites would be encrypted and super secure. Unlimited bandwidth, so there won't be any limit how many website visitors you'll have. You can create hundreds of professional email addresses like info@yourwebsite.com or admin@yourwebsite.com, like really professional email addresses like this. Free automatic website migrations. So if you want to move your existing website from another hosting provider to Hostinger, just contact Hostinger support. They'll transfer it on behalf of you for free. Then free domain. Yes, like I said, you'll get a domain name for free. And that's not all. You'll also get tons of WordPress features like one-click WordPress installations, free one-click Google integrations. It'll help your website monetize with Google AdSense and significantly improve its SEO. They have added awesome AI features as well. So you can create website contents using Hostinger AI very easily. Now let's talk about security. Personally, I'm very serious about website security, and Hostinger just nailed it with all of these features like Cloudflare protected name servers, malware scanners, and all these. I've had very bad experiences with other web hosting providers. We have so many malware attacks, and we had to pay the hosting providers additionally to use their other security tools. But here in the Hostinger, you're getting all of these security tools for free. Now, let's select a plan. And like I said, you can take any of these plans based on your needs. If you are just starting out and on a budget, the premium plan is a great option. Also, you can always upgrade later. However, if you ask me, I'd recommend the business plan. Here's why. NVMe storage. SSDs are great, but NVMEs are incredibly fast. Free CDN. This feature can make your website load up to 40% faster. Daily backups. This is my favorite feature of the business plan. This ensures your data is safe and secure every day. Okay, so let's click here on choose plan. Alright, first you can select the hosting period. 48 months, which is 4 years, then 24 months, 12 months, and 1 month. I don't recommend the 1 month plan since it costs around $14 per month, which is way too expensive. Instead, you can go for 12 months, 24 months, or 48 months. If you ask me, the 48-month plan is the best deal. For the first 4 years, you only pay $3.49 per month, saving you over $500. After that 4 years, the renewal rate is just $8.99 per month. Still very affordable for a hosting up to 100 websites. If you prefer starting smaller, you can choose the 12 months plan, which costs $3.99 per month for the first year. After that, it renews at $13.99. But remember, the longer the initial term, the bigger the discount you will get when you renewing. If you can afford it, I highly recommend choosing this 48-month plan. It gives you the most savings and locks in the lowest rate for 4 years. But wait, there is more. You can click on have a coupon code and enter my special code, which is JFD10. Once you apply it, you'll get a 78% discount. as we have applied the coupon code, if we take a look at here, the 48 months plan drops to 3.14 per month and the 12 months plan becomes 3.59 per month. Can you believe we're getting super fast web hosting with a free domain name for an entire year for just $43? What an amazing deal, right? For this tutorial, I'm selecting the 12 months plan. So let's click continue. Now let's quickly create a Hostinger account. From here, either you can continue with Google or you can just use your email address. So I'm gonna use mine. And make sure you use your best email address because later all the verification code will be sent to this email. Now let's put a really strong password. Alright, now let's click continue. Alright, after successfully signing in, now we're here. You can fill up all these informations like your name, country, and then details, and then click continue. Now you see, you can pay using credit card, PayPal, Google Pay, or even you can pay using cryptocurrency. Also, you may see more different local payment options based on your country. So here, I'm putting my card information, and then just click on submit payment. Now, after successfully completing the payment, you may see some onboarding like this. But for some reason, if you don't see this or accidentally your tab is deleted during the payment process, you can just go to hostinger.com. Then click on login. And you will be inside your Hostinger's control panel. And now all you gotta do is go to our email inbox and you'll see an email from Hostinger says verify your email address. Just open it and click verify email. Now the email will be verified and you will be again inside the control panel. From here, click on this continue creating or migrating a website. Click on this continue button. And again, we will be on the same onboarding we have started with. So from here, I'm just gonna skip these surveys. Just click skip. And here it says, do you want to create or migrate a website? So as we are creating a website, I'm gonna check this one. Create a website. Now just click next. So this is the option to create a WordPress website. So make sure you select the WordPress from here instead of this Hostinger website builder and click next. And here's the login details for your WordPress account. First of all, you can change the language. Then you can change the email address for the WordPress account and also the password. So I'm gonna leave this email address here and I'm gonna enter a really strong password. Alright, now let's click next. And here it says what type of website do you want to build. So instead of choosing anything from here, I'm just gonna click on this create blank site. And here's the exciting part. We got a free domain name from Hostinger. We can claim a free domain name from here. So here we can search for any domain name available. You can choose any domain name that fits your vision or business, like you can just type yourbusiness.com or yourname.com. And here you can check if this domain name is available or not. Alright, so I'm just gonna search a domain name for me. I just typed it and we can see this is available with the .com extension. You can choose any extension like .in, .me, .net. I'm going to choose the .com extension because it looks more professional and legit. Okay, just click on here. And after selecting it, just click next. And here we have to register our domain name real quick. So from here, just click on this next step. And of course, make sure this is your own country. Alright, next step. And it says your domain name will be registered using these details. So make sure every information is correct. So from here, I'm selecting my division, Dhaka, and also the city and address. Then I'm gonna put my zip code. I'm gonna type in my phone number and finish registration. And you'll see an onboarding like this. It says, where is your targeted audience located? You can select any country from here. I'm just gonna select United States, Arizona. And now click next. Now it says it's installing the WordPress. This loading can take up to 1 or 2 minutes. And now it says it's ready to go. It's time to build your online success. And here let's hold up for a moment because it's redirecting us into the WordPress. Alright, so this is our WordPress dashboard, and by the way, for some reason it did not redirect you here. You can always just go to your hosting or control panel, then go to the websites, and now inside the control panel we have to enable some settings. It seems overwhelming, but it's too easy. We just have to enable 1 or 2 settings. So from here, just click on this dashboard, then click on this WordPress overview, and just make sure you have enabled this force HTTPS. After enabling this, click on this WordPress admin, and this is again redirecting us into the WordPress. Alright, so finally we are at our WordPress admin panel, also known as the dashboard. From here, I'll make you familiar with all the necessary things, all the options like post, media, pages, comment, appearance, plugins, and all of them. But before we start to do anything, let's clean up our whole dashboard a bit. Currently this is looking a bit messy, so we can just close every unnecessary pop-up like this. We can close or minimize any pop-ups we don't need, or you can just click on the screen options, and if you deselect every option one by one, all the unnecessary widgets will be gone. Okay, now it's already starting to look cleaner, right? But there is more stuff to clean. We can go to plugins, and you'll see you'll have some default plugins after installing the WordPress. On your plugins, the default plugins might be different, like maybe from Hostinger or anything. And you also might be wondering, what is plugins? Plugin is the extra tool or extra add-on for your website that extends the functionality of your website. And of course, we're gonna use plugins for our website, but not these specific ones. So I'm gonna simply delete all of them. And in your case, you might have different plugins, like some default plugins from Hostinger or any other thing. So it doesn't matter what plugins you have, just select all of them one by one like this. And from the bulk actions, select this deactive option, then click apply. So all the plugins we have are now deactivated. Now let's select all of them again, and now this time select this delete and apply and confirm this. And now all the unnecessary plugins has been deleted. Great. Now let's see other basic settings like changing user information and passwords. So for that, just hover over this users and click on this profile. And we have so many options like admin color scheme. With this you can change the whole dashboard color like this, but these are not really important because only we can see these colors. So I'm just keeping this as default. Now let's scroll down and you'll find this language option. In here you'll find so many language that you can choose from. So you can choose any of them like this, but I'm gonna select the site default, which is English. After that, you can put your first name, the last name, also a nickname. Then here we have this display name publicly as this option. In here you'll find some variation of your name. So make sure you select the best variation for that, because this public name will be shown if you create posts. Like for example, you create a post for your website. On that post name, this name will be shown as an author name. Okay, so I'm gonna select this one for me. Right, after that we have the email option, then website, domain name, but I'm not gonna mess with these options right now, so let's scroll down, and here we have this new password option. So if you click on this set new password, it will generate a very strong password, but of course you can delete this and type your own password. So I'm just gonna click on this hide and type my password. So I typed my password, although it's saying it's medium, but I'm totally okay with this. So let's scroll down and click on this update profile to save all the changes we have made here. Okay, now let's do some other settings. So let's go to this settings and click on this general. So here first we have the site title. Currently this is this text, which is we can see here also. So if we just change it to anything like my landing page, it will be updated real time in here. Okay. After we have this tagline, in the tagline you can put anything, any meaningful stuff like anything that says good about your website or business. This tagline actually can help you rank on the search engines. Okay. After we have some other settings, from here if you scroll down you'll find this time zone settings. You can select any time zone based on your location. Then you can select any date format, time format, everything in between. Okay. Now let's save the changes. Now I'm going to show you a really important setting. So under the settings, go to this permalinks. In the permalink structure, this is currently set to plain. On your case, it can be set to anything, but I highly recommend you to choose this post name permalink. So this permalink is for the address bar. If you select any plain or any other permalinks, your website address will something look like your domain name slash a bizarre number or characters. But instead, if you select this post name permalink, your address will be something like your domain name slash a page name or a post name. So this structure looks good, it's more readable, and it also help you rank on the search engines. Okay, so make sure you select this one, and now we'll scroll down and save the changes. Alright, so at this point, I want to make you familiar with two basic terms. One is the backend website and one is the frontend website. So currently, everything you are seeing, all the options, all the content settings is part of your backend website. And if you want to see your frontend website, you can hover over the site title, then click on this visit site. I'm just gonna open it on a new tab. So this is our frontend website, and the whole world can see this portion of your website. So currently this is looking like this, but we can turn it to anything we want. So if you see on this address bar, this is only your domain name. If anyone puts this domain name on their address bar, they'll just land on this page. And they also cannot see this black bar on the top. We're able to see this because we are the admin of this website, okay? And we're logged in. So currently this is looking like this, but we can change it using themes and page builders. So I'm going to show you how to use themes to change your website. Okay, so let's close this and go to our dashboard. So if you hover over this appearance and click on this themes, and in the themes, we can see some themes already installed here, like 2024, 2022, and this 2025 one is the active one, which we can see it right here. So for example, from here, I activate this one. Now if we go to our frontend website and refresh, and you see our frontend website look and feel has been changed to this. Alright, so this is how you use themes to change your website's look and feel. But using themes are not enough because you don't have so much control over your front-end website or design of your website. So for our website, we're gonna use page builders instead of the themes. And I think you already know what is the best page builder for WordPress. It's Elementor Page Builder. So we're gonna use the Elementor Page Builder free version to turn our website into a masterpiece. So to download the Elementor free version, you can go to jimfahaddigital.com. And I'll also put this page's link in the description. So this whole page is dedicated for this particular tutorial. Okay. So from here, under this important links, you'll find this Get Elementor free version. Just click on it. And we'll be in the Elementor's official website. Now, if you scroll down a little bit from here, you'll see some plans, some price plans for Elementor Pro version. Although we're going to be using the free version of Elementor, but I'm just going to quickly show you the plans of the Pro version because it's too interesting. So first we have these 4 plans: Essential, Advanced, Solo, Advanced, and Expert. So this first Essential plan will cost you $4.92 a month. With this you can create up to 1 website and you're getting 57 Pro widgets. But the thing is, with this plan, you're missing some features here like pop-up builder, custom code and CSS, e-commerce features. But if you update to this one, this is Advanced Solo. With this one, you can create 1 website, but you get all the Pro widget Elementor Page Builder has, as well as all the features Elementor offers. But here, this Advanced one is the most popular one because with this one, you can create up to 3 websites. And this one's price is only little bit more than this one. This one is $6.58 and this one is $8.25. Not even a $2 difference. But let's say you are a freelancer or you have an agency, I actually recommend you to choose this Expert plan. With $16 a month, you can create up to 25 websites. You can create up to 25 websites. But if you run a really high quality agency, you can actually get more website creation. If you just toggle this button here, you can create 1,000 websites with this plan. And also the price is really affordable. But even if you are not an agency owner, you can still buy this Expert one because with this plan you can actually save so much money. And all of these are paid annually, so you can just pay one time and you can enjoy the premium plan for a whole year. So I personally recommend you to choose between this Advanced and this Expert because these two are really practical and at the same time affordable. So for this particular tutorial, we're using only the Elementor free version, but if you want, you can actually buy the Elementor Pro version and you can still make the website and follow me step by step with the Pro version. And with the Pro version, you'll get so many extra features that you can significantly decrease the time of making of your website. Okay, so now let's scroll up and just click on this Elementor's logo. And let's click on this login. And now from here, let's create a free account. Click on it. So from here, you can actually log in using Google, Facebook, or FL account. And of course, you can continue with your own email address. So from here, I'm gonna add my email address and choose a really strong password. And here, just click on this, create my account. And after successfully creating your account, you will be in the dashboard of the Elementor. So now we are having the Elementor free account. So let's go to our dashboard and get the Elementor plugin. From here, just click on this plugins, then click on this add new plugin. You'll find so many plugins here, but from here, I'm gonna just search Elementor. And the Elementor website builder will be here. From here, just install now. And then click activate. And we can just skip this Elementor's onboarding by clicking on this cross icon. Alright, so we are having the Elementor page builder in our plugins list. Okay, and also with the Elementor page builder, we need some other plugins. So from here, click on this add new plugin and then search Elements Kit. You'll see this plugin, just install it. After that, search Jig Elementor and install this plugin. After that, search QI add-ons and install this one. This is by Code Interactive. And finally, search Mate Form and install this one. Alright, now let's go back to the plugins. And we have all these new plugins. So I'm just going to select all of them. And from the bulk actions, select activate and apply. And all the new plugins is activated right now. So all these plugins like Elements Kit, JG Elementor, then QI add-ons, all of these are like add-ons for Elementor Page Builder. Because in Elementor free version, there is some limitation on features, so this plugin helps to fill up those features gap. Okay, so I'll tell you what these individual plugins do. So this Elements Kit adds tons of widgets in the Elementor page builder. Also, JG Elementor adds some really customizable widgets, and also this QI add-ons add widgets, new widgets in the Elementor. But this Mate form, this is for making forms like contact form, newsletter form. All the forms we'll be making using this Mate form plugin. Right now, also let's go to the appearance and in the themes, and from here search Hello Elementor. And you'll find this theme, Hello Elementor. Just install and then activate. So in our theme, we're having this Hello Elementor theme. The reason I'm using this Hello Elementor theme because this is so much lightweight. It doesn't have any unnecessary design stuff or any functionality. And of course, because we are not using a theme primarily to design our website, we're using a page builder, the Elementor page builder, to design our whole website. So in this case, we're using a really lightweight theme. Okay, so this is the active one now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all of them from here. So click on this theme details and then click delete. Click OK. The theme will be deleted. Now do the same with these ones. Alright, so now in the theme, we're only having this Elementor theme. Okay, now if we go to our front-end website and refresh, so this is how our website is looking right now. This is some contents from Hello Elementor theme, doesn't have any unnecessary design or anything. So using the Elementor page builder, we'll change the whole thing in this page. Okay, so now let's go to the dashboard and we have to create a page, the home page, right? So for that, let's go to the pages here. In the pages by default, you'll see some page like privacy policy and a sample page. So I'm going to select these two and from the bulk action, click on this, move to trash and apply. And those will be deleted. All right, now let's add a new page. Click on add new page. And I'm gonna rename my page home and click on this publish and publish. Now if we go to our front-end website and refresh, this is not showing our home page. But by default, if anyone lands on this domain name, they should see our home page, right? But instead, it's showing some random post like by default, okay? So to change that, to make our home page default, go to the dashboard and under the settings, click on this reading. And on this homepage displays, this is currently selected your latest post, which is this random post. But instead, I'm going to select a static page, and from this homepage option, just select this home. Scroll down and save the changes. Now, if we go here and refresh, now we can see it is showing the home page. So right now, anything you do with this home page, anything you add, anything you change, it will be shown on this page because this is showing the home page, right? Now let's go inside the home page, open the home page, and also open it with Elementor Page Builder. Click on this Edit with Elementor. From here, just close the notification. And finally, we're in the Elementor Page Builder where the real fun begins. So here, basically, our home page is opened inside the Elementor. And on this right side, you can see all the contents are almost same as our front-end website, which means everything we add inside this box, it will be also added here, okay? Alright, so let's do some basic design on this page builder and see how it exactly works. So on this left side, we have many elements like container, heading, image, text editor, button. All of these are called Elementor elements or Elementor widgets. If you scroll down a little bit more, you'll find this Pro widget. But you see, every one of them are locked because you can only use these premium widgets if you have Elementor Pro version. But since we don't have the Elementor Pro version, so I'm gonna close this Pro version and start to use the free ones. Let's try a basic elements from here, like this container. If we just drag and drop this container in this box, it simply adds a box like this. And in this container, you can add more elements. If you click on this plus icon, and from the widgets, let's say you want to add this heading into this box. Just drag and drop inside this box, and the heading will be inside the container. You can triple click to change the text from here, or you can change the text directly from this panel, like this. Now let's say you want to change the color of this text. You need to just go to this Style tab. In here, you'll find this text color. Right now, this is selected as a blue color, but if we click on this color, now from this color picker, you can pick any color for that text. So here I'm gonna select the orange type of color. So now this text is orange color. And then if you want to change the text style or the font style, you need to just click on this typography. And here first we have this font family. Here you'll find so many fonts. These all are professional fonts and everything is free here. Okay, so let's say I want to search for a font. I have to just type here. I search Poppins and selected Poppins. Okay, this is how you change the font style. Then we have this size. Using this, you can actually control the size of this text. And of course, you can put a specific value like 60 pixel, and this text will be 60 pixel in size. Okay, then we have this weight. With the weight, you can control the thickness of this text. You can select thin or bold. Higher number makes it bolder, lower number makes it thinner. Okay, then with this transform, you can make the text uppercase, lowercase, or capitalized. After we have this line height, using this, you can set the line height of a text line. Okay, then with the letter spacing, you can literally add space between each of the letters. And similarly with the word spacing, you can add space between words. Okay, now I'm going to select all of these items and hit backspace to delete this and get back it to the default value. Okay, now let's close this typography. Now let's say after this text, you want to add more elements. Just click on this plus icon. Now let's say add this text editor. Just drag it right after this text. It will be added here. So for this text editor, you can change the text right from here. And this field is like a Google Doc. You can do anything separately, like you select a text from here and you can make it bold, italic, or add any other color to this particular selected text. And it also has the style tab, and inside this you have the color option. You can make it any color. Then you can also change the typography like font family, font size, and every other things. Okay, now let's add one more element after this. From here, I'm gonna add this button. And to change the button text, you gotta change the text right here. You can type anything like read more or shop now, anything. And with this link, you can actually link this button. Here, if I type google.com, then if anyone clicks on this button, it will take them to the google.com. Similarly, if you have other page on your website, by clicking on this button, it will take the user to that link you set here, okay? After that, let's go to the style. For the button, we have the typography as well. You can edit the typography like this. And here we have this text color. Using this, you can change the color of inside text. I made it black. And this is background type selected classic. And in the color, this is green, which is this background color. I can change it to anything. So I'd like to make it this exact orange color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this color sampler and pick this color right from here. Like this. And now this button has exactly the same color as this one. Looking cool. Now, let's say you want to center every text and content on the page, right? Because this is not centered. This is all on the left side. So there's many ways to do that. I'm going to show you a really easy way. Just select this container. The container we have added before adding these. And if you scroll down here, and if you make this align items center, every element inside this container will be centered. And by the way, you can also see the element structure in the structure tab here. So first we have this container, and inside this container we have heading, text, and this button. Okay, so I can do settings on this container and change the layout of every content inside. Okay, for example, right now this is on a column. If I want to make it on a row, I can just change this direction to row, and everything will be on a row like this. But the column was looking good, so I'm gonna make it just column. And also, if you want, you can actually color this whole box. Like select this container and just go to the style tab. On this background type, select classic, and on the color, you can make it any color like this. And I'm gonna show you a cool thing with this button. Select this button, and from the style tab, if you click on this hover, then on this background type, on the background color, if I make it like a blue color, a nice blue color, and on the text, if I make it white color, now if we hover over this button, the button is giving a nice hover effect now. So this is really cool. Alright, so now let's see how our website is looking right now after making all the changes and after adding all these items in the page builder. So we get to publish the page first. Just click on this publish here. Now let's go to the front end website and refresh. And here you can see all the new elements has been added like this. And don't worry about these text, like these default text. This is like a default header and this is like a default footer. So you can remove this easily. Just go to the Elementor and click on this settings icon. Scroll down. Under this page layout, select Elementor Canvas and then publish. And you see every unnecessary content has been removed. Also from here, everything is removed, left with only our own builded items. Alright, so I think it's enough giving you basic ideas. Now I think you are ready to learn making the real website step by step. So I'm just going to delete all of this by clicking on this cross icon, and the whole container will be deleted. And now we are having a fresh empty canvas. Now let's start to make our masterpiece step by step. But one thing, you know, this tutorial will be hours long. So if you are ready to invest your 2 to 3 hours doing this step by step tutorial, then you can continue watching this step by step tutorial. But let's say every one of you don't have such long time, or you might be on a rush, but you still want to make your website really fast. So for that, I have another option. You can use ready template. You can use ready templates to make your website in few clicks. You can go to kitpapa.com and you'll find so many professional template kits which are installable by few clicks. Here you'll find almost all sorts of categories like business, agency, portfolio, technology, apps, health, medical, fitness, education, you can just name it. The design of these websites are so good. I really want to show one of them from here. Here we can check this one out, just click on it. And also you can see these templates are so much affordable, only $14.99. If you scroll down, you'll find all the documentation and also a video guideline. You can watch this 2-minute video guide and your website will be ready like this. And also one interesting thing is you can click on this live demo and the whole website will be loaded in this iframe. In here you can check the whole website in live. Also you can check the responsiveness like tablet mode, mobile mode, everything like this. And of course you can visit the site and have this full experience of this website. Alright, now let's go back. So if you want to get one of the templates from here, you can just click on this add to cart. Then from here click on this checkout and you can just buy the template kit really easily. But let's say you are a freelancer or an agency and you have to make so many websites for your clients very often. So for that, Kitpapa has buy all option. If you click on this buy all, you can actually get all of the template kits on Kitpapa with a really affordable price. If you scroll down, you'll see currently it has 190 plus template kits, and also Kitpapa uploads 10 plus template kits per month. And once you buy the lifetime access, every new template they upload, all will be yours for free. And you're getting all of these only for $49. So if you want to get this buy all package, I recommend you to get this through this lifetime access. As you can see, some really big discount is going on. So if you want to get it, just click on this grab the deal and you will be able to get access on all the templates. Now let's go back to the Kitpapa. And from here, I'm gonna search for a template, which is FoodNook. You'll get this one. So basically, this is the template we're gonna be making in this tutorial. I like this template a lot. So if you want to take this template, you can just buy it singly. But if you want to make this one step by step with me, then let's go back to our Elementor page builder. Alright, so we're gonna make the whole homepage step by step. So first, I'm gonna start with the banner section and skip the header section for now because the banner section will be really straightforward and really easy to understand. Alright, so let's take the container inside this. And I'm gonna actually rename this container by double clicking it. Banner section. Renaming any element doesn't do anything functionally, but I'm just renaming it to better organization. Okay, so first on the banner section, let's work on here. First I'm gonna make the width 1240 pixel. And I'll tell you one thing, when the width is on the boxed, you don't see any major difference on the width. But if it's on the full width, now if we mess with this slider, you can notice the difference really easily. Okay, so the difference between the boxed and full width is when you use boxed, then you make the container smaller, the whole container doesn't get smaller. The space inside this container gets smaller, okay? But when it's on the full width, the whole container gets smaller or bigger like this, okay? So let's switch to the boxed and keep the width 1240 pixel. After that, let's make the direction to column. Then gaps here, just make it 0. Now I want to color this box, so go to the style tab, make the background type classic, and on the color, I'm gonna type a color code. So hash 0E0D0C. So I'm getting a black color here. Now let's go to the advanced tab and let's make the padding 0. And you see after making it 0, it just removed unnecessary padding around this box. Alright, so after this, inside this banner section, I want to add a new container right here and keep this container full width and keep the width 100%. Then let's make the min height 588. Now this container will be this long in height. And also scroll down and make the gaps 0. So the gap between elements will be removed. Now scroll up, go to the style tab. And inside this container, I want to add an image as a background. So for that, just click on this background type to classic and it will be image option here. Just click it. And this will open the media library. But currently we don't have any images or any other files. So to get all the images I'll be using in this tutorial, just go to the JFD website, link is in the description. And just click on this download the resources I have used here. And from the Google Drive, simply download this whole zip. And if you extract the zip, you will find all the images and files inside this folder. So let's go back to our library. And here I'm going to simply drag and drop all the images like this. Now all images are being uploaded. Alright, so we have all the images uploaded. Now from here, if you scroll down, there are so many images. So from here, I need this one. This is called image.png. If you cannot find it, you can just search the media here, like search img.png, and this image, png, and this image will be here. And from here, just select this. And this image will be loaded as a background image of this container. Now let's scroll down, and we have all these options for this background image. First, keep the image resolution to full, then make the position center, then it will center the image like this, then make the repeat to no repeat, and display size, make it cover. And this image will cover the whole container. Now we need more stuff with this, so open this background overlay. So here, I want a background overlay. So on the background type, we can select either the classic or the gradient. I choose the gradient now. Here we have this multiple color. One is the first color, then the second color. So on the first color, I'm gonna make it fully transparent. So if I drag the second slider all the way to the left, it will be transparent, like no color will be on this color. Alright, so after making this one transparent, our second color is looking really red like this. So let's change the second color, and here I'll type the code 0E0D0C. We'll have a black color. Then on this first color's location, make it 25% and keep the second color's location to 100%. Okay. After that, we have this angle and all. So using this angle, we can actually place the second color anywhere we want. If I want to give you a good demonstration, I'll increase this opacity so you can see the black color properly. So you see, with this angle, we can control where we want the second color. Okay. So I'd actually like to make it 180. So it will stay on the bottom like this. And make sure you keep the opacity to 1. Okay, only 1. Alright, so this is how you add the overlay. And the reason for adding an overlay is that later we will add a text, but because of the multicolor of the background image, the text can be blended. So I just quickly added a black overlay. So our image will be nicely visible even after putting it on a colorful background image. Okay. Alright, now let's go ahead and add a new container after this container. So let's go here and try to drag a container here, but you see this container gone under this container, but I wanted this container before or after this container. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply drag this container and put it on the top. So you see these two containers is now side by side, but I want this container with images on the top like this. Okay, so this is this container and this is this new container. Okay, now inside this new container, let's add some contents. First, I'm going to add a heading. And let's change the text. So I'm going to simply paste my text instead of typing the whole text. After that, make sure you make this HTML tag to H1. So the text will be this size. Although you can make the text size using the typography, but I made this HTML tag H1 because H1, H2, H3, every one of them has different characteristics. I'll explain you this in a few moments. For now, just keep it H1. Now let's go to the style and add a color of this text. So I want to make this text color fully white. So on the color picker, if you just drag it all the way to the top and left, you will have this FFF code and the text will be fully white. Okay. After that, let's edit the typography. So first in the font family, I'm going to search for a font, which is, if you search Cormorant, you will find this. Just select this and this text style will be like this. This is nice. Then let's set a font size. I want to make this text really big, so we can make it 96 pixel. And also I want to make this text bolder. So from the weight, I can increase the boldness, 700. Let's close this. And also I want to center this text. So I can center this text by using this alignment also. If you just click on the center, it will be on the center. Alright, after that, let's go to the Advanced tab and add some spacing after this text or after this element. So we can use margin for that. Just unlink the margin and every value will be free like this. So here just on the bottom, make it 28. And you see, on the bottom side, 28 pixel space has been added by margin. So right after this text, I want to add a button widget. Scroll down, add this button here. Okay, change the button text to view our menu. And I'll also link this button later when we finish making all the sections. So by clicking on this button, it will take the customer to that section. Okay, it will be cool. All right, for now, let's go to the style tab. So first on the button typography, let's make it, choose the font family to DM Sans. This font family is really good for buttons and small texts. Okay, so the size, let's make it 18 pixel. Then weight, keep it 500. And line height, make it 26 pixel. Let's close this. Now let's color our button. First, the text color. Let's make it white, fully white. And the background color, I'm gonna type a code F67017. And it'll become a nice orange color. After that, we have this button type. If we select solid, you see around this button, a white border has been added. And also we can change the border color to anything, but I'm gonna make it the same color the button has. So you can use the color sampler and quickly pick this color. Okay. So the border and the background color is having the same color. I'm gonna tell you why. But before that, let's make this border radius 0. Making the border radius 0, it makes the button roundness all 0. There is no roundness in the button, okay? Alright, so now I'm gonna add a hover effect on this button. So let's switch to the hover. So on the hover, let's make this text color our background color. We can quickly pick the color. So on the button's hover, our text will be the orange color. Now on the hover, our background color should be fully transparent. So we can just drag the slider here. The button color will be transparent. So on the hover, it will look like this. I think now you know the reason behind adding the border, right? So this is looking really good. And also let's switch to the normal, and I'd actually like to make the border width 1 pixel. Now you see the border is looking even better. If we just close this panel, we can experience the whole website in full view. Now you see this is looking really good. Alright, and also one thing we have here is padding. If we unlink the padding here, you see the button will be like this, but we can redefine the padding. So first make it 14, then 32 and 32 pixel, and the button will be a little bit bigger like this. Okay. Alright, so finally in the style tab, we can make the position center to make the button on the center. Alright, so we are almost done with this banner, but I'm gonna do one thing. Just select this container, this second container inside this banner section, and go to advanced. Then unlink the margin, and on the top just type -93. Typing -93 will make this second container pull towards the first container or top. After that, make the padding unlinked, and on the bottom just add 120 pixel, and it will simply leave some space on the bottom of this container. Okay, so right now our banner section is looking really complete and simply amazing. And of course, once we'll add the header section before the banner section, it will look even more gorgeous, right? Alright, so now although our banner section is looking really perfect in the desktop mode, but how it's looking on the smaller screens like tablet mode, like mobile mode, right? So we can check that by clicking on these screen options. First, let's check the tablet mode. So our website in the tablet mode is looking like this. It's pretty good actually. We don't have to work too much on the tablet mode for this. Now let's go to the mobile mode. And in the mobile mode, we definitely have to work on this. Alright, actually it's really easy, I'll show you. So let's go back to the desktop first and open this. Now let's start with the tablet mode. In the tablet, everything is almost perfect, but I'm gonna select this first container and go to the layout, and we have really high level of min height. We can just decrease this. Just make it 417 pixel, and it will be actually looking really good. Alright. And for the tablet mode, we can select the second container as well. and we can add some padding on here. So unlink, then on the right just type 40, on the bottom just keep it 120, and on the left 40 pixel. Okay, so we are just making sure that this text never touch the wall of the screen. Okay, it always will have 40 pixel gap on the left and right. All right, now let's go to the mobile mode, and first we have to select this second container. Then let's make the min height first 270 pixel. Looking good, but we have to fix this text as soon as possible. So let's select the text and go to the style tab, go to the typography, then make the size 60 pixel and make the line height, make it pixel first, then line height 70 pixel. And this is already looking really good, but still I'm gonna fix something here. Select this container, second container, and on the margin, unlink, on the top, make it minus 100 pixel, and on the padding, unlink, on the right, 20 pixel, on the bottom, 80 pixel, on the left, 20 pixel. Then we can select the text again, and from the advanced, we can make it first unlink and make the bottom 20 pixel. And now if we see, this is what we call mobile friendly. Looking really good. Alright, so now let's go back to the dashboard, open the panel. So you can say finally we have completed our nice banner section. So now let's move ahead and make our next cool section. Alright, so before start to making our next section, I want to show you a really important thing. That is global settings. Whenever you are making a full step-by-step website, you really should do global settings because it can significantly increase the speed of making the website or designing the website. Right now there's many things, for example on the banner section we did was really repetitive. So on the global settings, we'll set some values once and we never have to type that value or set that value ever again. Alright, so all you gotta do is click on this site settings icon. So in here we have so many options, but we just need few of them. First, let's go to global colors. In the global colors, we can see some default colors like primary, secondary, text, and accent. This primary has this blue color, the secondary has this gray color. So these are the default color of the Elementor, okay? But according to our website design, we can change these colors. So on the primary color, let's change it. So our most used color will be 0E0 D0C. Okay? Now on the secondary color, our second most used color will be that orange color, which is F67017. Okay, then the text color, on the text, let's make it fully white. Okay, now the accent color, let's make it E4F0E0. Okay, now after adding these colors, just click on Save Changes. And click on this back button. After this, I'm gonna go to this typography option. In the typography, we have so many options like text color, then H1, H2, H3. So let's fill up all these quickly. First on the text color. So this text color is the body color. Any text you put on the body is not specified will be this body color, okay? So for the body color, I want a black color, so we can add our primary color. So instead of typing in this color picker, we can just click on this earth icon, and in here you can see all those colors are available, like primary, secondary, text, and accent. From here, I'm just gonna select this primary one. Now for the typography of this body, I just want to do one thing, select the font family to DM Sans. Alright, so let's scroll down and fill up the values for all H tags. So first on the H1, I'm gonna also make this primary color, so we can just select primary, and on the typography, let's make it the Cormorant font. Then on the font size, 96 pixel and font weight 700. Then line height, keep it 104 pixel. Okay, let's close it. Now on the H2, let's make it primary as well. Then for the typography, also Cormorant, and size 68 pixel, font weight 600, line height 74 pixel. Then we have H3, select the primary, go to typography, make it Cormorant, close it. And for the H4, primary, typography this time, DM Sans, close it. For H5, the same, primary, And we don't need to set up any typography for H5 or H6. Just I'm gonna select the color primary. Okay, now just save the changes. Alright, now let's go back. Now let's go to this buttons option. So in our website, most of the button will be almost same. So you can preset the values on this button option. So for the typography, I want to make it DM Sans. Then font size on an average, it will be 18 pixel. Then font weight 500. Line height, we can keep it 26 pixel. After typography, the text color will be the white color mostly. So we can select this text color, which is white. Then background color, we can make our secondary color. Okay. On the border radius, make it 0. On the padding, keep it 0. Because all the button size won't be the same, we can control individual buttons using the padding later on design. Okay. Now let's save the changes. Now let's come back here. Now let's go to the layout option here. First we have this content width. On most of our containers, we add 1240 pixel like this, right? So I'm just setting it once and never I have to type that later. Then we have these gaps, make it all 0. Then scroll down, you'll find these breakpoints. So in the breakpoints, we have all the screen options like mobile, tablet. But in between this desktop and tablet, I want to add one more, which is laptop. So we can click on this plus, then select the laptop. And now save the changes. Now it's saying you have made modification to list of active breakpoints. So you should reload. Just simply click on reload now. Now you see after reloading, after the desktop and before the tablet, this laptop option is added. Alright, that means we can do the responsive work on laptop mode as well. Alright, so finally we have to go to this additional settings and it will take you to the dashboard and in the Elementor. From here, first check this disable default colors, check this one, and check this disable default fonts. Check this. Okay, after that, go to advanced and you'll see this enable unfiltered file uploads. I'm gonna make it enable because later I'll be uploading some SVG file for our image, okay, in our media library. So this option is needed, okay. Let's scroll down, save the changes. Scroll up, go to the features. Scroll down, here you'll find nested elements, make it active. Right, now scroll down and save the changes. Alright, so setting is done. So you can just close this new tab. Our global setting is done, so we can just click on this cross icon. The panel will be closed and we will be back in our building mode. Alright, now it's time to start to make our next section, which will be our category section. So let's take a container here. Let's rename this one category section. Alright, so first on the section, I'm gonna make it full width. Then I'm gonna make the direction to column. Then let's go to the style tab and make this whole container black. So background type classic, and from here instead of typing the code, I can just simply select this primary, it will be simply black. After that, let's go to advanced and on the padding, unlink. Then just on the bottom, type 140. Alright, so after that, inside this, let's add an element. You'll find this divider, just add it here. So using the divider element, you can make any kind of shape. So first here, keep the style solid, then width, select pixel property first, then make it 191 pixel. Then go to the style tab, make the color, type 6 zeros, then after that, A3. So it will make the element semi-transparent color, not fully black, not fully white. This is a semi-transparent color, okay? You'll see this properly in few moments. So close it, and on the weight here, I'm gonna make it 132. And then let's make this gap 0, okay? Now let's go to the advanced tab, scroll down, and you'll find position option. From here, select this absolute. And when you make an element position absolute, you can take the element anywhere you want. We cannot see the element right now because it's blended with the background color. So for your better understanding, let's go to the style. And for now, I'll make the color of it like a red color, okay? And now you can see this element is sitting right here. And after making it position to absolute, I can drag this element anywhere by hand, okay? But we're not gonna do it. So on this horizontal orientation, we have horizontal orientation and vertical orientation. Using these, we can actually manually control the position of this element, okay?
So I'm just gonna make this horizontal orientations offset to 0 and this offset also 0. So this element will sit here. Alright, now it's time to revert this element color to our original black. So we can type 6 zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then a 3. Now it's back to the semi-transparent color. You'll be able to see this when we add more element inside this container. Okay, so now let's add an element. So here just search for testimonial. You'll see so many options, but select this one. This is from E-Kit, which is Elements Kit. Just drag and drop this here, right after this divider, and it will load a testimonial. So here, that shows different clients or customers' reviews. And from here, you can choose any style you want, style 1, style 2. But for now, I'm gonna keep it style 1 and customize the whole style. So first, let's open this testimonial and we can see all these are items. These are individual testimonial. If you open this, first we have client name, we have designation, then we have testimonial review. Then if you scroll down more, we can add the client avatar or client profile picture. Then this is a logo. Okay. So basically this plugin is made for making the testimonials, but we're gonna use this plugin to make a different thing. We're gonna smartly use this plugin slider to make our food categories carousel in a really cool way. So on this name, I'm gonna make it breakfast. And on the designation, we can use some other information like 23 table available. And on this field, testimonial review, we can make it view menu. After that, scroll down. And from here, just remove this logo. We don't need any logo here. Click on this trash icon. But on this client's avatar, I'm going to choose an image from here. If you scroll down, you'll find this image here. Just select this. And the image will be loaded here. Right? Now, let's close this option. And I'm going to actually delete all other options. Just click on this cross and delete it like this. But let's select this option and duplicate this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just make it 5 and let's go to the second one and just change the contents. So first on the name, I'm gonna make it appetizers, then designation to this, and keep the testimonial review to view menu. Now close this and open third one. Change the name to drinks. And let's open the fourth one and make this one birthday. Then fifth one, we can make it dinner. Okay. Now here basically we're having 5 sliders like this. Okay. Alright, now let's close this testimonial and open the settings. First make this spacing left right to 0. Then we have this slice to show. Here I'm gonna make it 3. So it will show 3 sliders at once like this. Okay. And then scroll down and turn on this show arrow. And after turning on this show arrow, you'll have option to choose the arrow for this slider. Okay. So for this icon, this will be really simple. So from the icon library, here we can just search angle left. And you'll find this one, select this and click on this insert. The icon will be changed and you can see this icon has been updated here. Now for this right icon, this one, we can also open the library and search for angle right and select this one. And also this one will be changed. Alright, after the arrows, scroll down, you'll find this enable loop. Turn this on. So the loop will be enabled. Although we only have 5 sliders, but it will slide on a loop forever. Alright. And of course, using these arrows, you can control the slider like this. Alright, so our slider function is working perfectly. Now it's time to make it really good looking. So we can go to the style tab. And first on this column gap, I'm gonna make it 10 pixel. And on the padding, just make it 0. Then border radius, also 0 to remove all this roundness. Then scroll down, you'll have this background type. Select classic, and for the background color, I'm gonna actually make it fully transparent. So from the picker, we can use this second slider all the way to the left. It will be like this. Now scroll down and open this wrapper content style. From here, just make the padding 0. Then close this and open this description. First on this color, let's make it secondary. So this title or this button will be orange color. Then typography for this, I'm just gonna make it 400 weight, and also line height 24. Then we have this margin here, just unlink, and just on the top 12 pixel. Now open the client. First on this color, I'm gonna make it white. Then typography, you can just select the secondary, and now let's make the typography. First on the font family, Cormorant, and let's make the size 32. Font weight, keep it 600, and line height also 32. Close this, and you'll see this margin bottom, just make it 10. Now let's work on this client designation, which is this text. We cannot see it right now. So first on the color, I'm gonna make it 6 Fs, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and at the end B3. So it will have a semi-transparent color like this. It will be slightly darker than white. Okay, then the typography, let's make it 14 pixel and weight 400, line height 20 pixel, and the margin, it should be all 0. Then margin bottom, just keep it 32. Alright, after open this nav option, so this nav option is for the buttons. So first font size, let's make it 24. Then from here, delete this value from the width and height, and scroll down and make the color white color. Then scroll down and make this padding 0. Okay, so currently after doing all the settings, our testimonial widget is looking like this. But we can use some custom CSS to make this whole section even more cooler. And I'll show you how to add custom CSS without the Elementor Page Builder Pro version. I'll show you the trick. So just click on this plus icon and search for HTML. You will find this widget. Just drag this here out of all the sections, and it will be added with a container like this. So I'm just going to rename this container custom code for just better organization. Alright, so we need this option, this widget mainly. So in here, in this field, we have to add the custom code. But don't worry, you don't have to type any code or learn any new code. Just go to the JFD website, and if you scroll down a little bit, you'll find these codes. So all these codes are for our web page. You can just simply copy this and paste it here to achieve really cool effects. So first, under this hide horizontal overflow for entire page, just copy all this code. You can just select and copy, or simply click on copy to clipboard. Now go back to the Elementor and just paste all the code here. Okay, but nothing really happened because this part of code wasn't anything for this section. I just pasted this code for the entire website, for the entire page. Okay, now it's time to add code for this one. Just scroll down a little bit more and you'll find this banner menu slider CSS. Just copy all this code by clicking here, go back here, and now inside this style tag we have to add the code. Start of the style tag, and this is the ending, right? So in between these we can add space like this and simply paste the code we have copied. And after pasting this, we got to do one more thing. Just go back here again, scroll down, then you'll find this banner menu slider CSS class. So just copy this class name, go back here, and now finally select this testimonial option, testimonial widget. And if you go to the advanced tab and scroll down, you'll find this CSS classes. In here, just paste the code. And after pasting this CSS class, you see this section has been changed almost entirely. This is looking so cool. Like you can see the arrows sitting here like this, and style of the testimonial or sliders has been really improved. Alright, so this is looking really cool, but we just need to do one little thing. Let's go back to the style. Scroll down, open the style separator. In here we can see this blue separator is here. So you don't need to show that. So on the width, we can just make it 0, and on the height also 0, and it will be disappeared. Now this whole thing is looking really cool. Now finally we can change the images in here. So let's go back to the content, open the testimonial, and let's start from the second one, change the image, scroll down, and from the media, scroll down, and at the end click on this load more, and in here you'll find this image. This is called image-2 PNG. Select this, and this will be the second image. After that, for the third one, we can select another one, So this is for the drinks. So scroll down and you'll find this drink image. Just select this. Alright, then we got the fourth one. And for this, the image is here. Select this. And finally the last one. Scroll down and select this. Alright, so now our slider, our food category is having different content and different images. This is looking really cool. Alright, so we have changed all the images. Now it's perfect. And one little thing I'd like to do is, let's go to the style tab of this testimonial. Scroll down and open the description. So the description is this text, right? So let's go to the typography, scroll down, and on the decoration, I'm gonna select this underline, and it will have a really nice looking underline here. Alright, now this is looking better. Alright, so before we have added this divider, right? But we cannot see the divider yet. I mean, we cannot see any role of this divider, right? So all you gotta do is go to the advanced tab, scroll down, you'll have this Z index. Just make it 9. After making it 9, it will have more priority than this one, and it will be top on this one. And you'll see, if I close this panel, this is giving the section a nice overlay like this. Okay, now let's open this. So I need exactly same one on the right side as well. So for that we can just duplicate this one, right click and duplicate, and drag this after this testimonial, and just go to the advanced tab, and for this one make the horizontal orientation to right and make the offset 0, but it's still not here. So scroll up, go to the content and make this alignment to right, and it will be on the right side as well, like this. Okay, but one thing we still have to fix is, if you see, we cannot actually use the slider through this thing, you know, we cannot slide it like this anymore. So for that we have really simple fix. Go to the JFD website, scroll up, and here you'll find this class name under this hide horizontal overflow. So just copy this and select this first divider and paste it into the CSS classes, and also for the second divider. Just paste it on the class name. Now if we see, we're able to move the slider by hand again. Okay. Alright, so finally we're done with this cool looking category slider. Now let's go ahead and do the responsiveness for this. So let's open this and switch to the laptop mode. So in the laptop mode, this is currently looking like this. Actually, this is looking perfect. Nothing we have to do about this. So let's move to the tablet mode. So in the tablet mode, alright, so in the tablet mode, this is looking like this. So first of all, we have to go to the content. Then from the settings, the slide to show was 3, right? But automatically for the tablet mode, this is showing 2. So I actually want the 3 slides to show. Okay, so this is good. But one thing, inside this box, we need some padding for the text. So let's go back to the style and scroll down, open this description and scroll down, then open this wrapper content style. From here, unlink this padding and just on the left, make it 20 pixel, and it will leave some padding on the left side. Okay, alright, so now it's looking actually really good. So it's perfect on the tablet mode. Now let's see how it looks on the mobile mode. This is kind of looking like this. So in the mobile mode, we have to remove these dividers. We no longer need the divider because we're showing one item per view, right? So I'm just gonna select this divider, then go to the advanced tab, scroll down, and you'll find this responsive option. Open this, and just for the mobile portrait, hide on mobile portrait, turn this on, and also select this one, go to advanced, and go to the responsive, turn this off for the mobile, and it will be gone. Although this is looking like this, gray shaded, but this is only for the building mode. If I close this panel, you no longer can see that divider. Okay, now for the mobile mode, it's really easily fixed. But just one thing, let's select this category section and go to the advanced. We need to just decrease the padding a little bit. First unlink this, then on the right I'd like to add something, 20 pixel on the bottom, 60 pixel on the left, 20 pixels. So overall, this will look like this. Perfect. Alright, now let's go to the desktop mode. Finally, we are done with our category section. Although this was a little bit tricky with custom CSS and all, but this section is really worth it. Looking really amazing. Alright, now let's go ahead and make our next section, which will be our About section. Alright, so we can take a new container here. Then we can just rename this container to About section. And also simply, I'm just going to drag this custom code all the way to the end. And now let's work on this About section. First, make the direction to row, then go to Style tab, and on the background type, let's make the color F4, F0, E0. And it'll have this type of color. Then let's go to the Advanced tab, and first let's unlink the padding, and on the top, 143 pixel, and on the bottom, 115 pixel. After that, under this About section, let's add an image widget, and choose an image. Scroll down, you'll find this image, and it will be here. Now we have to position this image nicely. Go to Advanced, scroll down, make this position absolute, then horizontal orientation to left, offset 0, vertical to top, and offset 87 pixel. It will be here, but no worries, we'll fix it nicely later. So now keep this image like this and add a new container inside this About section. So we can drag and drop a container like this. After this image, it will be here. Now make the content width to full width and make the width, select pixel property, then 687 pixel. Alright, after that I wanted to make it gaps 0, but this is already 0 by the global settings. Now let's add another container right after this container. So we can right click, then click on this add new container. Then on the second container, let's make it full width, and the width, select pixel and make it 553 pixel. Then go to the Advanced tab and make the padding 0. Now inside the second container, which is this, let's add a heading widget. Add the text here, then select the HTML tag to H4. Then go to Styles. First make the text color to secondary color, and then typography. We don't need to have do much thing, but from the transform, we're gonna make it uppercase. So the text will be fully uppercase like this. Now let's close this and go to the Advanced tab. And let's unlink the margin just on the bottom, make it 12 pixel. Alright, after this heading, let's add one more heading here and change the text to this text, and make sure you make the HTML tag to H2. Now let's go to Style. So in the style, we don't need to do anything because this text is already looking good. The font size is good, the color is good, everything is perfect from the global settings, right? So let's go to the Advanced and make the margin unlinked, and on the bottom 24 pixel. Alright, so after this heading, let's add a paragraph or text widget. Drag this text editor in here, change the text to this, then go to the Style tab, make the typography, keep everything default but the size 20 pixel, then weight 400, line height 32. Then go to the Advanced tab and unlock the margin just on the bottom 32 pixel, and keep the padding all 0. Then after this text, let's add a button here. Change the text to About Us, and on the link we can keep it hashed because we don't have any about page separately, right? So let's style this button, go to Style, and I want to make this button black. So in the background we can make it our primary color, and the text color should be white color, although this is already white, but I'm just confirming this. Then let's make the border type solid, border width 1 pixel, border color primary, and then padding unlink it 14, 32, 14 and 32 pixel. It will be like this. Now let's add a hover effect. Scroll up, switch to the hover. On hover, the text color should be primary and background color should be transparent. So from the color, I'm gonna make it fully transparent. So on hover, it will be looking like this. Nice. Alright, so this button is looking good. Now inside this section, we have one last thing to add, which is an image. So you can just add this image widget right after this whole container. So I'm just going to drag it out of this container, close this container, and drag it down after this container. Alright, so let's choose this image. Let's scroll down and you'll find this image. Select this and it will be here at first, but we have to custom position this. So let's go to the advanced, make the position to absolute, then horizontal to right, offset 0, vertical to bottom, offset -66. It will be here. Now I want to add an animation on this image. So let's go to the JFD website, scroll down, you'll find this lemon squeeze animation. Just copy all this code, paste it inside the HTML code. Before the style tag, paste the code, and let's get the class name for this code, which is this lemon squeeze animation CSS class. Copy this little class and select this lemon or image and put it inside the CSS classes, and it will start to show an animation. The animation is simulating an effect of squeezing the lemon, right? So this is really cool. And one thing, you see this big image is looking really big, like it shouldn't be this big, right? But if we just close this panel, it will be perfectly fine. Everything else will be perfectly fine too. But if you still want to make it smaller inside the building mode, you can just select the image. Let me select the image like this, and just by dragging this image and making it to the left, we'll make it smaller. Okay, and after closing the panel, the image will be bigger like this again. Alright, so let's open this panel. Alright, so that's it for this section. Let's close this, and yes, this is looking actually really nice. Now it's time to make it fully responsive for every devices. But here, if you notice an additional scroll bar, vertical scroll bar here, this is because this lemon is squeezing and this scroll bar is reacting to that. Because after this section, there is no section created yet. Once we create the section, it will be gone. This vertical scroll will be gone. Okay. Now let's focus on making this section responsive. So open this panel, go to laptop mode. In the laptop, if we see, almost everything is perfect, right? So you don't really have to do much, but still I'm gonna select this about section and edit some paddings. So unlink the padding first, then add 143 on the right, 40, then 115 and left 40. Okay, this is looking perfect. But actually still one thing I'd like to do is, let's open this, select this image, then on the style let's add a width 481. After making this width, we have to reposition this a little bit. So go to the advanced and just remove this custom width from here. And this is looking even perfect now. Alright, now let's go to the tablet mode and see. Alright, so we have to work here a little bit. So first, let's select this about section and edit the padding. So unlink it on the top, 80 pixel, 20 pixel, 80 and 20 pixel. And we can simply select this image from the style and decrease this width. Select pixel, we can make it 400 pixel. And of course we have to make the text size and all a lot smaller here. So let's select this one first, go to the style and change the font size to 16. Then select this one, go to style, change the typography, font size, and also let's edit the line height, select pixel and make it like this, 44 pixel. This is looking great now. And also we have paragraph or text editor. Let's change the text as well. Font size, it should be 16. Alright, now this is looking really great on the tablet mode. Alright, now let's go to the mobile mode. And here we need to work differently. So first of all, select the about section from the advanced. And let's remove the padding. Then on the top, 60. Right, 20, 60. And 20 pixel. Alright, now select the container, first container, then make it full width, and on this width select percentage and just keep it 100%. Select the second one and do the same, make it 100%, and it will be here. It will be like this. Now select this image and we have to reposition this. But first let's decrease the size of this image. like to 25 pixel. Then let's reposition this. Let's control this vertical orientation so we can make it percentage and keep it around like this. So -2 is looking good. Now if we close this, this is looking like this because there is no space between this image and this text. So what you can do is select this first container, which is only working as a spacer of this image. So we can add a min height on this, like 150 pixel. And now if we close this, you see this image is now looking separated than this text. So now we can actually resize this image or reposition this image again from the advanced. Select the image, then from the advanced, maybe make the offset like this, 3%. And this will be looking like this, looking nice. And also one thing, we have to make this image smaller. So select this image, go to style, select pixel, make it 65 pixel, then go to advanced, make the vertical orientation 25 pixel. And this will be looking like this. Amazing. Alright, so you can say we are done with our about section. This is looking really cool. Now let's go back and work on our next cool section. Add new container and rename this container. You can just name it anything, dish section, and also drag this custom code down and also close all the previous elements, and let's focus on this new section. Alright, so keep this container boxed. Then let's make this align items to center. Then I'm gonna use these gaps for this section. So in here I'm just gonna type 68. Okay, now let's go to the style tab, and I want to add a background color on this section. So you can take a background color. So from my global colors, I'm gonna take it accent. Now let's go to the advanced, and let's make the padding first unlink, and just on the bottom 124 pixel. Now inside this, let's add a new container and make this container full width. Then go to the advanced tab, make it padding 0, and then z index, we have the z index here, just make it 3. I'll tell you why I'm making this z index 3. For now, just keep following me. So inside this container, let's add a heading widget, change the text, and make the HTML tag h4. So this heading text will be basically this text, this style of text. So I'm just gonna select this, right click and copy this, then right click here and paste the style, and this text will have the same style as this one. Okay, so this is more time saving. Alright, so after this text, let's add a new heading and change this text to this, and also this heading will be the same style as this one, so we can just click on this, copy this and paste the style here. Now after this, let's add a text editor, then change the text, and the style will be the same as this one. Copy this, paste here, paste the style here. Alright, so this is good. After this text editor, let's add a new container. Make sure this is right after this text editor, and keep this content width full width. Now click on this direction to row and gaps 40 pixel, and go to the advanced tab, make the padding 0. Now inside this container, I want one more, and I'm just going to rename this container to con, because this container is inside this container and I don't want to confuse you by making the both's name container. Okay, so on this cont, keep the full width and make the direction to row and make the align items center and make the gaps 16 pixel. Now inside this, let's add an icon widget. Scroll down, you will find the icon widget here. Just add it here. And first, let's change the icon. So either you can click on this icon library and you can find so many icons here, but for this one we actually have our custom icon. So for that, let's click on this upload SVG, and in the media we don't have any SVG in our library, but in our file, if you downloaded the assets file with these PNG images, you'll see the SVG images. These all are the SVG images. So I'm just gonna select all of them separately by holding Ctrl, and then just drag and drop here. Now you can see all the SVG file is loaded here. Okay, we have so many icons in here. So for the first one, I'm gonna select this. This is our own icon. Now on this view, make it tagged, and on the shape, make it circle. Now let's go to the style tab to style this whole icon. First on the icon, make the alignment center. Now first on this primary color, let's make it a semi-transparent color. So in here, first click on this primary and then click here and drag the slider all the way to the left to make it 1A, okay? Now close this color picker, and for the second color, I'm gonna make it fully transparent. Just drag the slider all the way to the left and it will be fully transparent. Then we have size. On the size, just put 40 pixel. So this is basically the size of the icon. And also let's make the padding 12 pixel. Alright, so this is the icon. This is looking like this. Now after this icon, I'm gonna add a counter widget. Just search for counter. You'll find this one, just add it right after this. So this counter widget basically counts number from 0 to something, okay? So on the 0, I'm gonna keep 0, and on the ending number, I'm gonna keep 100. Now on the number suffix, I'm gonna add %. So it will show 100%. Then I'm gonna use this title here, which is this. I'm gonna remove this and add my own title. So the message is like 100% fresh, okay? Now let's go to Style tab to make it really look good. So first here, I'm going to open this number option. In here, choose the text color to primary. And let's make the typography 20 pixel, font weight 600, and line height 30 pixel. Then close the typography and open this title. And on this text color, let's make it primary. So this title is basically this one. We're styling this. So let's make the typography the same 20 pixel, weight 600, and line height 30 pixel. And overall, it will be looking like this. Nice. After that, let's add a button, a really basic button. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really copy this one and paste it here. Just paste it. It will be here, but I don't exactly want it here. I want it outside of this container. Alright, so after this, I'm gonna just select this container and I'm gonna duplicate this one. So I'm gonna make it 3 of them, and then I'm gonna start to change the content on other items. So for this one's icon, let's select this 100% icon, and the text, it should be 100%, but on the title, natural. And also this last one, I'm gonna select this one, and for the text, 100% pure. Alright, so currently, although this is looking like this right now, it's using all the space on the section, but once we add another area on the right side, it will be perfectly fitted, okay? Alright, now after this container, I want a button. I want the button exactly same as this one, so we can just copy this one and paste it right after this container. I'm just pasting, although this is not outside of this container, so I'm just gonna drag this and make it outside. Then drag this on the bottom. Okay, now this is outside of this container and under this container. So I just need to change the text now to view this menu, and we need some space on the top, so we can go to advanced and make the margin top 32 pixel. Now currently this is looking like this. Nice. Now it's time to add content on the right side. So after this first container, let's click on this add new container. So the container is added like this. By the way, let's go to this section, and from the layout, we need to make the direction to row in order to place 2 items in a row like this. Okay, so this is our new container added on the right side. And you see right after adding this container, this area has been nicely fitted. Right, so let's select this container and first keep it full width, then make the align items center. Then inside this container, let's add one more. And I'm gonna just rename this cont because this is a child container. Keep it full width, and inside this one, let's add an image widget. Then let's select the image. If you scroll down and load more, you'll find this image. Just select this. This is a really stunning image. Then after this image, let's add one more image. We can add it right after this and select this image. So you'll find this one, this leaf image. Add it here. Now we have to position this. So let's go to the advanced and make this position to absolute, and horizontal orientation left, offset 0, vertical to bottom, and offset 19. So this image will be here, but I want this leaf image to go under this big image. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Just select this first big image, go to advanced, scroll down, you'll find Z index. If you make this Z index 2, this image will be prioritized more and it will come forward. And this image will go backward of this image, okay? So this is the use of Z index property. After that, I want to add an animation on this leaf image. So let's select this. So we can just go to JFD website. If you scroll down, you'll find this leaf move CSS. Just copy this and of course paste it into the code base we have. And get the class name, and you already know what to do. Just paste it on this image CSS classes and it will start to move like this. This is really friendly and cool looking animation. Now on the right side, I want to add more stuff. So let's add new containers. We can add the container right after this cont container, not inside. So you can just drag it up and then drag it down. Okay, so we need it here. Now first let's make the content width full width, and on the width make it pixel, then type 388, and we need also the min height 88 also, then the direction to row, and justify content, make it center, and also use this align items to end, and finally the gaps 20 pixel. Now scroll down, go to style tab, and let's choose a background image, background color. For this one, let's make it secondary first, then go to the color. I want to make it semi-transparent, so just add 1.5 at the end. It will be this color. Now let's go to the advanced tab, then let's use this margin. Unlike this, what I'm going to do is type -311 on the top. So this container will pull itself towards the first image, okay? And because this image is having higher Z index, that's why this is over this container, okay? Now on this container, we can add anything we like. But before that, let's unlink this padding, and on the bottom, make it 24 pixel. Then first, let's add a heading inside this. And now we see one problem we are having is, we cannot actually add anything inside this box in this state. So we can just select this box for now. For now, I'm just gonna select this box and remove this higher margin, okay? So now I'm gonna add the contents first, like drag this header into this easily. Then after finishing all of this, I'm gonna put the margin top back here, okay? And also let's just rename this one, since this is an special item, so I'm just gonna name it box, okay? Alright, now let's work on this heading. Change the text to this. Also select the HTML tag to H4 and go to style tab. Make the typography first 32 pixel font size and font weight 400 and line height 44. And also I want to do one thing here. I'm gonna use this decoration and select this line through. It will add a line through this text. So this is a price, right? Which means the price has been removed. The original price has been removed, right? So after that, let's make the text color primary, of course. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just duplicate this heading and change the text here to $20. And from the style, from the typography, if you have guessed it, we'll just remove this text decoration, because this is the current price and this was the original price. And of course, I want to change the color of this current text to the secondary. And also one thing I'd like to do is from the typography, font weight, select a higher font weight like 700. Now it's looking better, okay? Now let's select our box container and add the margin back here. So this is looking like this overall. Cool. Now I'm gonna add a final thing into this section. So I just wanna add an image. So you can just put the image anywhere, but I just need this image. Let's drag it up outside of these two main containers in the section. It will be like this, but I'm gonna drag it down right after this. Containers, okay? Make sure this is like this. And now select the image, scroll down, select this image, this spoon with some vegetables. it will be here, but of course I need to make it custom position. So position absolute, then horizontal to left, offset 0, vertical to bottom, and offset minus 141 pixel. It will be right here, and it's also going outside of our container or the section. So this is a creative way, and let's make this z index to 1. Now I want to add a really cool animation on this. So go to the JFD. If you scroll down, you'll find this hand moving animation CSS. Now copy this, paste it into here, then select the class name from here, select this image, add it here. Okay, now this image is started to move like this. It feels like this hand is moving the spoon like this, right? So this is really cool and creative. Alright, so we can say this section is looking super cool and it's fully done. Just we have to do the responsiveness. And this one will be really easy one. So first, in the laptop mode, this is looking like this. We just need to play with some paddings first. So let's select this section. Then let's unlink the padding, and on the right, I'm gonna add 40 pixel. On the bottom, I'm gonna keep 124, and on the left, 40 pixel. Here you can also see these items are messed up. These are being over each other, right? So let's quickly fix this. Let's select this container first. Select this container under this container. Now on the layout, scroll down and make the gaps first 25 pixel. After that, select this individual container. Now just on the padding, make it 0. Do the same for every one of them. Make the padding 0. And after making the padding 0, it will be nicely fixed, okay? And with this, actually our disk section is looking perfect on the laptop mode. And with this, our disk section is looking perfect in the laptop mode. Now let's go to the tablet mode and see. So this is looking like this in the tablet. So we have to get a way to deal with these especially. So first let's start from the start. Select this disk section. And on the padding, unlink. Make right 20. Bottom 80. Left 20. And also let's unlink the margin and the bottom 24. Keep it like this. Now select this individual container, this, and now from the layout, make this direction to column, and it will place the item in a column like this. And also let's decrease the gaps between the items here. 10 pixel is looking good, or we can just make it 0. 0 is looking better. Alright, now let's just copy this first container and paste the style into the other one, and all will be instantly fixed like this. Alright, so everything is looking perfect on the tablet mode. Now let's see how it's on mobile mode. So here this is looking like this. Actually this part is perfect from the beginning. From the laptop to mobile, we didn't have to do any work on this section. So this is good. Let's work on this section. First select this container. And currently this is aligned in a column. We have to make it in a row. So let's select this individual cont. And on this width, make it percentage and type 19. It will be here. And let's do the same for the other one. Just select this cont from the layout. Make it 19%. Last one. 19%. Okay, so these will be like this. Now again, let's select this container. From the layout, I want to make this justify content to space between. So what will happen, every item inside will be sharing the same gap between, okay? And since this is mobile mode, I'm gonna select this icon and make it a little bit smaller. Like we can make the size 30 pixel. Also for this text, we can decrease the font size. So in the number first, we can make it 16 pixel. Also title, font size 16 pixel. And let's open the counter again, and we can decrease the gap between this title and number. So we can use this title gap. So we can just keep it 0, okay? Also, let's select this one, make the size 30 pixel, and we can just copy this one and paste the style on here. Alright, it'll be like this. And here also, we can make it title alignment center, and also number position center. And I really want to decrease the space between these number and title. So let's open this number first, and on the typography, if we play with this line height, like make it pixel, and actually making it 10 pixel will decrease the space between the items. Now it's looking much better. But one more thing, select this container, and on the layout we can actually increase the column gap, like 7 pixel is looking perfect. Alright, so let's do the same. 7 pixel, select the text, copy this, paste the style, also here 7 pixel, and paste the style on this text. And of course the icon here, we can paste the style. Okay, now this part is looking perfect, and all part is actually perfect for this section. Now you can say we're fully responsive with this section, so we're done with this cool section. Now let's go ahead and make our next section. Alright, so let's take a new container and let's rename this container menu section, and I'd like to close all of these previous sections and drag this custom code down. Alright, so let's work on this one. Let's make this section direction to column, keep the gaps 0, then go to advanced, I'll link the padding on the bottom 132 pixel. And one thing, I want to color this section, so let's go to the style, add a background color and make it the accent color, and it will have this color. Now let's add an image widget inside this. Choose the image, scroll down, then click on load more, scroll up, you'll find this image. Select this one and it will be here. Now let's make it position absolute so we can position it anywhere we want. First horizontal to right, it will be here, keep the offset 0, then vertical, keep it top, then offset minus 38 pixel. It will be placed here. Now after this image, let's add a new container. This container will be here. Then make this container full width, then go to the style and make this whole container white color. So I'm going to select this text, it will be white. Now let's go to the advanced. I'll link the padding on the top 88, on the right 48, bottom 76, and left 48 pixel. And here, although this is looking like this container is covering the whole width, but if we close this, it will be like this. It will look like a box. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly rename this to box because it will make sense. Now inside this box, let's add a new container, and then inside this container let's add one more. I'm gonna rename this one cont. Now inside this, let's add a heading, change the text to this text, and of course select this HTML tag to H4. By the way, this text will be same as this one, so we can just copy this one and paste the style into this. This is heading, and it will be like this. But one thing, let's go to the style, and in the typography just select this weight to 400. Okay, now after this heading, let's add another heading, change the text to this, and this text will be exactly same like this, so we can just copy this, paste the style here. By the way, we can see this text gone after this container, so we can just drag it up like this. This should be after this one. Okay, after that, let's add a widget which is called tab. Search for tabs and you'll find this one. Just add it here, and it should be right after this container, but it gone inside the container. We can just drag it up like this, then drag it here. Okay, so after adding this tab, we can see we are having some simple tabs, tab 1, 2, and 3. So these are the tab filter button, and on this area, this is the tab's content. For example, maybe I add some text here, like a heading, and change the text to heading 1. Then if I click on this tab 2, this area again will be empty, and in here we can add another text, changing the text to heading 2. And for the third one, we can add, oops, not this, we can add heading 3. Okay, so simply I can use these tab buttons or tab filters to switch between these contents. Okay, So I'm just gonna undo all the action I did. Alright, so this will be empty. Now, before we start to add contents here, let's work on this tab widget. Okay, so first here, let's remove all these items and keep the first one first. Then on here, let's edit the title and all. Let's make this one's title breakfast. And then let's use this icon. Click on this upload SVG and we have the icon for this. So just select this one. It will be shown like this, but we'll style it really nicely. Alright, after that, let's close this tab and duplicate this. We'll have 3. Now, for the second one, let's change the text. Lunch. And of course, the icon. Upload SVG. From here, we can select this one. Then for the third one, change it to, of course, dinner. And change the icon to this one. Alright, so after editing all of them, now let's go to the style tab. Alright, so first here we have gap between tabs. Let's make it 88 pixel. I know that's a lot, but it will be really looking good. Then let's make this distance from content 48 pixel. After that, let's make this background type fully transparent. From the color, just make it like this. Alright, after that, scroll down, make this padding 0. Now let's scroll down, open this titles. Then open the typography, make the size 16, font weight 500, and line height 24 pixel. Close this and make the color our primary color. That's it for the titles. Now open this icon. Here just the icon size will be 32 pixel. Now let's open the content. Here just make the padding 0. Alright, after that, alright, so that's it for the style. Now let's go to the advanced tab and I'm gonna add some custom code to make this section really gorgeous. So let's go to the JFT website. If you scroll down, you'll find this menu tab CSS. Just copy this code and add the code into our code base. And of course, let's go to the codes again to grab this CSS class and add the class name into this tabs CSS classes. And this will be looking like this. But one thing here, you can see some active color on the background here. So we can go back to the style. And on this active, we can make the background color transparent as well. It will be removed. And of course, we can see on the hover as well, we have this background color. So we're gonna switch to the hover and make the background color transparent. And now everything is clean. But one more thing still here, we can see on hover, this text is disappearing. And also on the active, the text is disappearing. That means the text color is white on the hover. So you can just scroll down, go to these titles. Now switch to the hover on the color, make it primary. So on the hover, it won't disappear. And also on the active, make it primary. So everything will be perfect. Alright, so this is our tab filter button looking really cool. Amazing. Let's go back here. After that, we're going to start to work on this tab contents. So first inside, let's add a container. Let's first work on this breakfast, like on the first tab. Let's add a container. And I'm going to just rename this one tab wrapper. And if you notice one thing, under these tabs, there is 3 containers, right? So these are the fundamental containers that comes with this tabs widget. We don't need to work on these. And if you open this, you'll see this tab wrapper is here. That's mean everything you add here will be inside this tab 1 or tab 2 or tab 3. Okay. So let's select this tab wrapper and let's make this content width, full width, direction, column. And then inside this, let's add one more container and I'm going to rename this item and make the item full width as well. Now inside this item, let's add one more container and keep it full width. Then make the direction to row. Then make the gaps 20 pixel. Then go to the advanced. Then make the padding 16, 20, 16 and 20 pixel. Now again inside this container, let's add one more container. And because this container is under a container, I'm gonna just rename this shortly cont. And I'm gonna edit this width a bit. First make it full width, then on the width select pixel and type 110 pixel. Now under this container, let's add an image widget. Choose the image. Scroll down. You'll find this. This is image-35. Select this. Alright. Then close this container, cont. And right after this cont, let's add another cont like this. Rename this to cont. And in this cont, let's make the width. Select pixel 974 pixel. And also make the justify content of this center. Now under this cont, let's add a container. Make it full width, then direction to row. Then inside this, let's add a heading. Change the text, Greek salad, to this food name. So on this heading, let's make sure this HTML tag to H2. And on this heading, make sure this H2 here. Then let's go to the style, change the typography, make the font size 36 pixel, the line height 44 pixel. Close this. Now go to advanced, make the margin 12 just on the right. Now after this heading, let's add a widget. Let's add this divider. And first make the divider style to dashed and keep the width 100%. Then go to the style. First make the color fully black, which is this 0060 code. And keep the weight 1, keep the gap 2 pixel. Then go to advanced. On this width, select this inline auto. It will be like this. This dash will be looking like this. And also make this align self to end. So this dash or this divider will be placed here. Alright, after this divider, let's add a container. And make sure this container is right after this divider. Like this. And I'm just going to rename this cont. And then let's make this cont width 171 pixel. Then make the direction to row. Then make the align items to right or the end. And make the gap 10. Now inside this little container, let's add 2 heading. First change this to a price, $40. Then make this HTML tag to H4. Go to the style. Make the color to primary. And make the typography font size 24, font weight 400, and line height 32 pixel. It will be placed here. And also in the typography, let's use this text decoration and make this line through. So this price will be cutted like this. Then after this, let's right click on it and duplicate this. Another price will be here. And let's change this to $20 and go to the style. From the typography, just remove this text decoration, just make it default and close this. Change the text color to secondary. And one thing in the typography, make this font weight to 600. And this will be looking like this. Now also select this cont container, then go to the advanced tab and let's make the padding 0. So this pricing will be looking like this. So this is looking really great. Alright, and now after this container, under this cont, let's add another container. It will be here. Then go to the advanced tab and just make this margin, let's unlink just on the top 12 pixel. Now inside this, let's add a simple heading. Change the text and make the text H4. Go to style, make the typography 20 pixel, then weight 400 and line height 32 pixel. Close the typography, make the text color primary. And this is looking like this. Now one thing on this whole item is here. So on this item, I want to add a color, background color. But before that, let's go to the advanced tab and make the padding 0. Alright, now to add the background color, we have to go to style and I'm going to use this background overlay. Open this, select the background type, gradient, and on the first color, select this to our accent color. And for the second color, select the text color, white color. Then scroll down, keep everything as it is, make the opacity 0.3. So you see it is adding a nice shade behind this text and all, making the text and every content more visible. Now finally, we're going to do some really simple things. Open this item, then start from this cont, go to the advanced, make the padding 0. Select the second one, make the padding 0. Then also open this cont container itself. I mean, if you see any container inside any container, just make it padding to 0. Also this one, 0. Okay, so overall our first item is looking sleek. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this item, and one more time we need 3 of them, so it will look like this. But just for the middle one, select middle item. I want to add it differently. So let's open this item, and inside this item with this container, let's add another container. So you can click on this add new container, but this container will be before this container. Then let's work on it. Make the direction of it row, then make the justify content to space between, and align items center. Then go to the style and make the background color our secondary color. It will be looking like this. Now go to advanced and unlink the padding. On the top 12, then 20, 12 and 20 pixel. Now inside this container, let's add some elements. First a heading. Change the heading. It says classic dinner. Make the HTML tag to H2. Then go to style, make the typography 36 and 44 line height. And then make the text color white. Then after this heading, let's add a simple button. Add it like this. The button will be here. Change the text. It says view menu. Go to the style, make the typography 14 pixel, weight 500, line height 20 pixel, and make the text color the primary color, and the background color should be the white color like this. And let's make the padding, unlink it 6 pixel, 12 pixel, 6 and 12 pixel. The button will be simply looking like this. And this is our new nice item with the second container or the item. Alright, now one thing for the second item, just select the second item, go to style, open the border, make the border type to solid, make the width 1 pixel, and make the border color to secondary. And this will be looking like this, but if you close this panel, it will be nicely like this. On the building mode, it is looking like this because this whole element is selected by this gray border, right? If you just take away this selection, it will look like this. Looking great. Now it's time to change all the contents for each items. Starting with this image, just scroll down and select this one. Keep the text content as it is. And for the second one, change the image to this pancake. Change the text. And also this text to this. And after that, let's select this image, change, and select this image. Change the text, the main title, and then the description to this. Alright, so this tab is looking like this. So this is for the breakfast, but if you select this lunch, we see nothing here because in the lunch we did not make anything. So we don't need to make everything step by step again because we already have this layout and structure. We can just copy this whole structure and paste it into here and just change the food name or dish name here. Okay, so from here we can just, let me scroll up. So we have this tabs. In the tabs we got this tab wrapper, right? Just close this tab wrapper, copy this and switch to lunch and just paste the container in here. So we have this tabs. In the tabs we got this tab wrapper, right? Just close this tab wrapper, copy this and switch to lunch and just paste the container in here. And everything will be here because this tab wrapper is holding everything inside, right? All the items. Okay, so this is for tab 2. So this is lunch. I'm gonna really quickly change everything, every content and images. Okay, I'm gonna come back in a few moments. Alright, so I have changed all the images and contents for the lunch. Okay, now let's go to the dinner and do the same. Just we gotta copy this tab wrapper, this one, switch to the dinner, paste it, and I'm gonna come back after changing the text and images. Alright, changed every content. Okay, one more thing we have to fix. We can see these headings are aligned on the left side, but I want to make it on the center. So let's select this heading. First one, it should be aligned center. Then this one also in the center. Now overall we can see this section is looking really amazing. This is made with so much details about the menu. It's covering the whole day of meal, breakfast. The menu is this. If you want, you can add more menus by just duplicating the item. Then we have lunch, then the dinner. Okay. Alright, so now one thing we have to do is making it responsive. So let's see the laptop mode. In the laptop, everything is perfect. Nothing we have to do. Then for the tablet mode, honestly, for the tablet mode, we don't need to do much things. It's already almost fixed. Just let's open this and just select this menu section and decrease the padding a little bit. Like first unlink the padding, then on the right make it 20, then bottom 80 and 20 pixel. After that, let's select this container under this box and just make the padding 0. It will decrease the padding. And also after that, select this tab wrapper. From here also make the padding 0 and it will be really compact. And also I'm gonna select the heading or this title and decrease the font size a little bit. Let's make it 26 pixel, and also this, let's make it 18 pixel. This is looking great. I'm just gonna quickly change the font size on every items. Alright, so in the tablet mode, this is looking perfect. Now let's go to the mobile mode. Alright, so this is looking like this. In the mobile mode, you see everything is placed in a column like this. So first, just select this menu section and decrease the padding. Make it 20 on the right and left and 60 on the bottom. After that, we just gotta make everything look good. Okay, so select this box. In the box, unlink the padding. Make the top 44, then 20, 44, then 20 pixel. Then from here, just select the second container heading and decrease the typography to 32, and it will be looking like this. After that, let's select this really big image, and for the mobile mode, let's make it a little bit smaller. Select the pixel. Let's make it like this, and we can just place this little bit upper like this, and this is looking like this. And by the way, this big image, this spoon image, is being really big, so I'm just quickly go to the style and decrease the size of this one as well. This is good, and go to advanced. Make the offset of the vertical like this, and it will stay under that previous section. Okay. Alright, so let's focus on here. Select this tab next, tabs. Now you see the order is like this. The filter has been moved to the bottom. So whenever you click on a tab, it opens the items under that. Okay, so that's how it's right now working. But I want to change that. Select tabs, scroll down, open this additional settings, and from the breakpoints, select none. And it will be again back to normal like this. But this is a little bit messed up. So we can select this tab and go to the style tab and make the gap between only 40 pixel, and it will be instantly fixed. Then distance from content, we can make it 40 as well. And the filter button is again back to perfect shape. And now we have to just fix this. So currently this is looking like this. Let's find out some issue. So here I think we should just decrease the font sizes and everything should be fixed naturally. Okay, so let's start from this. On the typography, I think this is already smaller, so we don't have to edit that. So let's do this one. We can make it 18 pixel. Same, this one 18, and also select this This one should be much smaller now, like 14 pixel, but also the line height should be less, like this, around 20 pixel line height. Okay, and also on the mobile screen I want to make everything center, like make this align items center. Also let's select this container. From the layout, make the justify content center, it will be centered. Then select this text, make it center, but also okay, it's not being centered because this text is inside a container, so we have to select this container and go to the layout, make the direction column, then make the justify content center, align items center, and we see the divider is suddenly gone. So let's select the divider, go to the style, go to the content first, make the width 40%, make the alignments center, then go to the advanced and make this width full width, and it will be nicely here under this text. Okay, this is looking really good, right? So this item is really perfect. Now let's work on this item. Select the text, make the font size something like 22 pixel, looking great. And also let's select this one, this container that two items are sitting. From the advanced we can just make the padding all 12 pixel, and now it's already looking great. So I'm just gonna copy and paste all the style on other ones. Select this one, this title, paste the title here. Also we gotta copy the container as well. Just copy everything we did here, every single element. Also for the divider, this container, and also these prices. And finally this little description. Alright, so I'm just gonna change everything and come back to you. Now the thing is, I just fixed everything in the breakfast tab, but if we just go to the lunch tab or dinner tab, you'll see everything is still messed up because I did not fix anything from in here. So the process will be same, just change everything one by one like I did, and everything will be fixed. But also I recommend you to do one thing. Let's go back to the desktop mode. So do it like this. First make the breakfast content like this, but don't just paste the content on other ones like this. Not yet, okay? First make the responsive for the first one. For the breakfast, make fully responsive to from desktop to mobile mode. And after making it responsive, only after making it responsive, then select the tab wrapper and copy the tab wrapper on other tab filters like this. So what will happen, you don't need to make every element responsive one by one. Okay, so this way you can significantly decrease the time to responsive your section. Okay, right, so for me this section is fully responsive for every devices from the desktop to mobile. So I can say this section is fully complete. Now let's go ahead and make our last section inside this home page. Alright, so let's take a new container right here, and I'm gonna rename this one features section and bring it up like this. Okay, so first here, keep this direction to column, go to style to color this one. So I'm gonna color this section to a black color. So from here we can select our primary color. Now let's go to the advanced and unlink the padding. On the top 124, on the bottom also 124. Now in this section let's add a container and keep this one full width. Now inside this let's add one more container and rename this one cont. Alright, and make the direction to row and make the justify content center. Now inside this let's add a widget, which will be this icon widget. So here we're gonna choose our SVG icon, click on upload SVG, and you'll find this one. And then let's go to the style tab and make the alignment center, then make the primary color fully transparent, then make the size 24 and go to advanced tab. Then just make the margin -9 on the bottom. Alright, after this icon let's add a heading widget. make sure you put it right after this icon. Right now let's change the text and make the HTML tag to h4, and also we can just copy this one and paste the style here. And then let's go to the advanced tab, unlink the margin, and on the right 12, on the left 12 pixel. Alright, now after this text, let's duplicate this icon and put it on the right side of this heading. So we'll have the whole thing like this. Alright, then after that, let's add a heading. Change the text to this and make it the same as this text. Just copy, paste the style here, but still we have to go to the style tab and make the color of it white. So it will look like this, but what I'm gonna do is I want this text to break it down to 2 lines. So basically I want the text like this. This part should be on the top and this part should be on the bottom, right? But adding the space won't change any of this style on the main text. So we have to add a BR tag to achieve that. So just leave a space from here and just type greater than BR less than, and it will add a breakpoint on the text. Now it's looking really nice. Alright, now after this heading, let's add a new container after this. Not even this, right after this container. Okay, so we can just right click and add new container. And on this container, make sure this is full width and 100% and direction to row. And gaps, I want it 32. Then inside this, let's add a new container. And this container will be a card. So I can just rename this card and make it full width. Then choose the pixel and make it 392 and make the align items center. Now let's go to the style and make the background color. I'm going to type a code 1C1A17. It will add a dark gray color. You see this color. Now go to the advanced, unlink the padding, make it 48. Actually, don't unlink it, link it, and just type 48. And every side will have 48 pixel padding. Okay. Now inside this card on the top side, I want to add a unique shape that is actually not really easily achievable by Elementor Page Builder, especially the free version. So for that, I'm gonna go to the code base here, scroll down, and you'll find this round shape background CSS. Copy this, add the code in here, and let's go get the class name, this one, and add the class name into our cards CSS classes, and it will have a nice unique shape, as you can see. After that, also in the card, scroll up and go to the style, scroll down, open the border. I want a border here, so select the solid from here, and border width should be 1 pixel. The border color, just type the code F4F0E033, and it will add a semi-transparent type of border, although you can barely see the border, but it's there. Okay. Alright, after this, let's add some contents inside the card. So first I'm gonna add a heading, change the heading. This one should be basically a food name, and make it H2. Go to style, and in the typography, make the font size 32 and line height 44. Alright, after this, let's add an image widget and change the image to one of the dish plates. Scroll down, and you'll see this one. Just add it. It'll be here. Now I'm going to do some cool thing on this image. So let's go to the style tab, scroll down, you'll find all this border option. From here, just select solid, and on the border width, make it 12 pixel, and you see it will add a thick border around the image. So now let's select the border color to our primary, and the border radius. Now select the percentage from here and make it 50%, and the border will be fully round, fitted with the round image, looking like this. Okay. Alright, now this is looking really good. Okay, now scroll up, go to the advanced tab, and on the margin, unlink just on the top, leave 30 pixel margin. Okay. Now after this image, let's add one more heading. Change the text to this, make the text H4, go to style, make the alignment center, then make the typography 20 pixel, 400, and 32 pixel line height. And also the color, let's make it white, looking like this. Now also go to advanced tab and leave some space on the top, like 33 pixel. Now after this heading, let's set a container. Make the container full width, then direction to row, justify content to center, and also gaps 20 pixel. Go to advanced, let's make the top margin 40. Alright, now inside this let's add heading, and here I'm going to type a price $50 and also make the tag H4. Then from the style, make the typography font size 32, font weight 400, line height 44, and also this text will have a line through, so in the decoration we can use this line through. Close this, make the color white. Actually not white, just select the white and click on this color, and after 6F add 80, and this text will have this low opacity color. Alright, after this let's duplicate this price and change the text for the second one. I'm gonna make it $30, and let's go to the style and remove the line through, just make it none, and also change the color to secondary. And also one thing from the typography, I like to make it 500 font weight. Okay, looking really nice. Alright, so that's it for the card. Everything is done inside the card. So now we can just select the card and duplicate that. And it will be like this. If we close this, it will be looking like this for the desktop mode. Really nice. Alright, so here one thing you can see, there's some space under this text, or there's some unnecessary space on the bottom of this whole card, right? So we can simply grab this container from the advanced, make the padding 0. Also grab this one, make the padding 0, and also the final one, make the padding 0, and you see the height will be decreased like this. Now you see every card is having the same height, right? Alright, now let's open this and change all the contents on each cards. So the first one is perfect. Now let's change on the second one. We can simply change the title to this, and we can select the image to change it. So scroll down, you'll find this, select, and at first the image can appear bigger, but don't worry, once you just publish the page and refresh the page, every image will be same size. Alright, so now I'm not going to bore you by showing all these changes on content and images. I'm just gonna come back in few moments after changing everything. Right, I have changed the images and text. Now it's looking like this. Now one thing we have to do is doing it responsive. So let's see how it's looking on the laptop mode. So it's looking like this. So we don't have to do much, but you have to do few things, like let's select the section, the whole section, then go to advanced, unlink the padding, make it 124, then 40, 124, and 40 pixel. It will add the padding here. Now let's add the typographies. So select this one first, make the width of this, you can make it a little bit smaller, like 24 is looking good. Then let's select this one, we can make this one 60 pixel, and we can make the line height 70 pixel. Alright, this is looking good. Now let's work on here. So you can select the card container and go to advanced, and we can just decrease the padding, unlink, keep the top 48, but on the right 30 pixel, on the bottom 48, and left 30. Right, so it will look like this. And then also let's select this container before the card, and from the advanced we can just make it padding 0, and everything will be better like this. Then let's select these texts, so we can make the typography 28, also this, make the font size 28. Right, so for this card everything is looking perfect. Now let's also do the same for the other ones. So you can just copy this card, and paste the style here. So you can just copy the first card, then paste the style on the second one and the third one. And also the style of these texts. Just paste the style. Oops, not this one. For this one, we need to copy this one. Alright. And finally, we are done with this, looking really perfect. Right now, let's go to the tablet mode. Okay, so let's see how we can fix this one in the tablet mode. So first, I'm gonna select the main container features section and decrease the padding. So on the top, 80, on the right, 20, bottom 80, left, 20 pixel. And let's select this text, decrease the padding a little bit. 20 pixels is looking good. And then let's work on the cards now. So first on the card, let's select the main container before the card and select this container, and from the layout we can decrease the gaps between the cards. So instead of 32 we can make it 20, or maybe even less, 15, and this is better. Alright, now let's work inside the card. So select the first title, change the text size to 24, also select this one, and we can make it 15 pixel, but the line height, keep it 25 pixel. And also we can decrease the margin on the top from the advanced. So on the top we can just keep it 20 pixel. And also let's select these. Also these ones are having high top margin. Let's remove this, make it just 20. And also select the text, decrease the font size to like 20 pixel. Also this one, 20 pixel is looking good. Now there is a lot of space on the bottom of this card. Actually it will be removed automatically once we do the same styling on the other cards as well. So we can just select this text, copy, paste it here, paste the style here. This one as well. Also copy this one, paste style here, this one, paste style here, and these texts. And you see it already started to decrease the space on the bottom. Alright, so and one thing here, let's select this and remove the high margin, replace it to 20. And you see already this is looking far better than before. Right, now you see this is looking perfect in the tablet mode. Now let's check it on the mobile mode. Actually in the mobile mode it will be really easy to fix, because you see this is already has been fixed automatically, so you don't even have to change anything. But still, if you want, there's a lot of space in the card that you can actually increase the font size in the mobile mode. Like from 20 you can make it 22. You know, there is just a lot of space, so you can make everything look good by making it a little bit bigger like this. And also this text, you can make it 26. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it like this. Alright, so we can actually say this section is fully perfect for every devices. So this is fully completed. This is our last section in the home page, and after that we'll just start to make our header section on the top and the footer section on the bottom. Alright, so let's publish our website, and now we'll start with making our header section. So one thing, we're not gonna make our header section inside the home page right here. Instead, we're going to the dashboard, and using a really cool plugin, we can make our professional header. So let's click on this Elementor's icon, then click on this exit to WordPress. Now from here, just click on this icon. Alright, so here on this left side, you'll see this Elements Kit option. And here you'll find header footer option. Just click on it. It will show you some onboarding, but skip these and just click on this header footer. Here for the first time it will show some onboarding. Just click next step. Just keep clicking next step until you reach to the finish. Finally save the changes. And now just click on this header footer. So here we have two options. One is header, one is footer. There is nothing in the header or there is nothing in the footer. Okay, so we have to make a new template for the header. And you can just ignore these notifications. These are nothing but pop-ups from different plugins. Okay, so click on this no thanks or maybe later and close everything you can. Alright, so from here just click on this add new template, and on the title we can just type header and select the type to header. Then also select the conditions to entire site and turn on this activate, and from here turn on this option so it will be activated. Now just save the changes and our header template will be created. Now let's click on this edit, then click on this edit content. Now our header template will be opened in the Elementor page builder. So we can make anything in the header template using Elementor page builder, and later we can just attach that header template into our home page. Okay, so this is the most efficient way to make a header for your website. So here every rule, every process is the same for building any template. So first let's take a container inside this, and we can just rename this header, and then let's make the content width to full width. Then let's make the direction to column and go to style and make the background color the primary color, because I want the header to have the dark color like this. After inside, let's add a new container, and I'm just going to rename this one header top wrapper. Just renaming this because our header has two parts. One is the top part and other will be the bottom part. So this is the top part. So I just rename this nicely. Okay, now let's go to the advanced tab and just make the padding on the top 10 and on the bottom 10. Then inside this, let's add one more container. So this one was header top wrapper, and this one I want to make it header top, just header top. Alright, after that let's make this direction to row and then justify content center. Also let's go to the advanced and make the margin all 0. After that, inside this let's add a text editor and change the text, change it to this text, and we cannot see the text because it's black color and also the background is black color. So let's go to the style, first change the color to text, and then let's make the typography 14, font weight 400, and the line height 20. And I want to do one thing here, go back to the content and just select this see details, this phrase, and click on this insert edit link. In the link you can put anything you want on the link. Just for now I'm gonna put hash and click on this apply, and I'm gonna select it again, then click on this toggle, then click on this text color, click here, then click on this custom. Then on this color code I'm gonna type F67017, click OK, and this text will be only this color. Now let's select it again and click on this underline. So it will add an underline on this phrase. Okay, see details. By clicking on this, you can take any user to anywhere you want. Alright, so this is looking like this, but you see there is some space bottom of this text. We can fix it easily by going to the typography and decreasing the line height. So if we make it 14 pixel, it's looking the best. Okay. Alright, after that, let's close this header top wrapper, and right after this we can add one more container. I'm just gonna right click and click on this add new container and rename this one header middle wrapper, and then make the middle wrapper full width, then go to the style to color it, make the background color. Now let's just make the color fully transparent. After that, let's go to the advanced, unlink the padding, make the top 28, On the bottom 28. Now inside this, let's add a new container, and this one will be just header middle. Then keep the header middle to boxed, and here make the content width boxed. Then make the direction to row, align items center. Now inside this, let's add an image widget and change the image. And by the way, this image will be our main logos image. So if you scroll down, you'll find these. So we need this from here. This one is for the header and this one will be for the footer. Okay, select this and our logo will be here. And then on the headers link, let's make the link to custom URL. And on this URL, I'm just gonna put my website default address. Okay, so whenever anyone clicks on this logo from anywhere, from any page of your website, they'll just land on this link, which means on your home page. All right, after that, let's go to the advanced and unlink the margin just on the right, 36 pixel. Then after this image, let's add a container like right after this image. And on this container, let's make it the direction row, justify content, space between, and I'm gonna make the margin all 0. Now inside this container, I'm gonna add the search widget on the header. So just click on this add elements and just search for search, and you will see this JKit search. Just add it here. Alright, now let's set up this search bar. So first, from the style, select this form and it will show the input form here. Then we have the placeholder. In the placeholder, you type anything and that will be shown here, like this search. Okay, so I'm just gonna add my text here. It will be here like this. After that, we have this icon. So you can choose any icon from library or upload SVG. I'm gonna upload the SVG. So for mine, I have this one, this search icon. Select this, and the search icon will be replaced by this one. Now let's go to the style tab to stylize this search bar. So first, you'll see this form background. I want to make the form background semi-transparent. So instead of selecting the color, first select the fully white color. Now at the end, put A1. Alright, after that, scroll down. You'll see this placeholder color. Do the same with this, just select the text, but this time just type B3 at the end. Then we have this placeholder typography. Open this. Here select the DM Sans font family. Make the font size 16. Make the font weight 400. The line height 26 pixel. Close it. Then we have all of these option border radius paddings. Let's add the values here. I'm just gonna add 0 here. Then unlink the padding on the left. Make it 16. Then margin, make it all 0. Then max width, make it around 608, like this. It will be this big. And also let's define the height to 40 pixel. Alright, now scroll down, open the search button. First you'll see the icon size, which is this one. Make it 14 pixel, 24 pixel, and make the color fully transparent, and you'll see it will be fixed like this. Then scroll down, make the padding 0 here, margin 0. Scroll down, make the width 47, height 25. You'll be here. And also one last thing here, so just scroll down, scroll up, open the search container. You'll see this background, the container background. Select classic, and in this color, let's make the semi-transparent color. Select the white first. Then at the end, just add 1A. So here under this form background, select this and another color option will appear. So from here, make it fully white, and you see it controls the input inside the search bar. So I'm gonna make it semi-transparent. So at the end we can add 1A, and this will be this color, looking nice. But we're having a border around this, so we don't want the border. So on the border type, you can make it none, and it will be like this, looking really nice. So our search bar is nicely done. So after search bar, let's add a button, normal button right here, and change the text change the text to find a table. Then let's go to the style. By the way, this button is like this because this button should be inside this container after this JKit search. So I'm just gonna simply drag it up, place it here, so the button width will be fixed. After that, let's make the border radius 0, then unlink the padding and make it 9, 26, 9 and 26 pixel. It will be nice like this. Then go to the advanced, make the margin 0. That's all for the button. Now let's close this header middle wrapper and take another container for the bottom part. So I'm gonna rename this header bottom wrapper. And of course inside this, let's add a new container and rename this header bottom. Alright, so in the header bottom, let's make it direction to row, then justify content space between align items center. Go to advanced, make the padding 28 on the top and 28 on the bottom. Now inside, let's add a nav menu. I mean a navigation menu that will hold some links like home, about, contact, like this. So for that, we have a widget. Just search nav menu and let's use this Elements Kit nav menu. So currently we don't have any nav menu for our website. So to create the nav menu, we have to go to the dashboard. So for now, I'm just gonna save the header, publish the header, and go to the dashboard on a new tab. So under the dashboard, you'll see appearance. Under the appearance, click on this menus. Alright, so under the menu structure, we have to give a name to our menu. I'm just gonna make it main menu. We can type anything. And from here, just select this header. Then click create menu. Alright, so menu is created, but there is no link inside the menu. So we have to create the menus. So if we focus on the left part here, we can see here we are having a page which is home page. If we select this and add to menu, the home will be added to the menu. Although we have the home page, but since this is a landing page, we don't have another pages like about, contact, but still we need those links because we are having section like about, contact, everything, right? So to get the links, we have to click on this custom links and make the links ourselves. So this is the URL and this is the link text. So like I'm typing the link text about. So by clicking on this about button on the header, it should take you to that about section like this, right? So to do that, we have to set an ID on the about section itself. So from our home page, opened in a new tab in the Elementor, I'm gonna select the about section. This about section, go to the advanced, scroll down, you'll find the CSS ID. In the ID, put anything related, like I'm putting just about like this. And now copy this about, go to the menus we are creating. On the URL, put a hash, then paste that about text. Okay, keep it like that. Then just click on this add to menu. So when we'll be done creating our header, and the header will be added to the homepage here, by clicking on this about link, it will scroll you down to here nicely like this. Okay, so let's create all of our menus. We have about. Now let's create menus for all of our section. So after the about, we have the dish. And before, of course, we have the category section. So let's make the categories. So just select the category, go to the advanced, add some ID, like category. Take that ID, add it with a hash, and name it category. And just add it to menu. Then what we have this dish section after the about. We can put an ID in here, simply just dish, add it here, put the name. So to look good, I'm just gonna make it dishes, okay? So it looks good on the header. Now edit. After that, we have this menu section, which is this. Let's add the ID here, menu. And also add it here. And on the link text, I'd like to make it menu as well. Menu. After that, we have this features. So in the features, let's add the ID features. and here hash features and features. Alright, so we have just added all the links into our menu. So from here also we can reorganize the order, like we can drag it up or down on any link. So first we have home, then category, then about, then dishes, menu, and then features. Okay, so from here I'm just gonna save the menu. Alright, after saving the menu, if we now go to the header we are making here and refresh the page, and from here just select this item or widget, then under the select menu just select the main menu we have created, and all the links will be loaded, although you cannot see because the links text are black color by default. Okay, now let's quickly fix this. Go to the style, scroll down and click on this menu item style. From here just select the text color for now so we can understand what we are doing with this item. Okay, so let's start from here, from the content, right? Actually keep everything as it is here because everything is good. So now let's go to the style tab. So first on menu height make it 30, then this padding make it 0, then scroll down, make this menu border radius 0, then menu icon spacing also 0, then scroll down and open this menu item style. So first typography, let's make the font size 18 pixel, font weight 400, line height 26 pixel. Close it, and of course keep the color white. Actually we already did that, so after that let's make the border radius 0, item spacing 0, and unlink the margin just on the right, make it 32. So using this margin we are adding gaps between this item. Okay, you can just increase or decrease the gap between items using this margin. So I'm just gonna keep 32 pixel. Alright, after that let's open this submenu indicator style. From here make sure you have this color 101010, it's a default color. After that let's open then submenu item style. Make sure everything's as it is, keep this color fully black color. After that let's check the submenu panel style. In here keep the padding exactly like this, also everything exactly like this. Then scroll down, open this hamburger style. So here first make this background type, select the classic, and on the color I want to make it fully transparent. So I'll tell you what these settings are for. This is for hamburger style. So the hamburger icon is when you go to mobile mode you cannot fit any content in here. Instead you have a hamburger icon which was like this, you know. So by clicking on that, a side panel brings all the links like this. Okay, so we're styling the icon, this particular icon here. So first I want the background color of this fully transparent. I don't want any background color. Instead I want this border type to solid. Alright, and border width 1 pixel, then border color, secondary color, and then this hamburger icon color, secondary color. And now the style is like this. But on the hover, switch to the hover, I want the background color, also the secondary color like this. So on the hover it would look like this. Alright, nice. And also we have settings for the close state of this hamburger menu. If we open this, you see this is the close state of the menu icon. We can color this as well. So on the hover I'm gonna make this background type to the secondary color, so it will be like this. Okay, alright, so perfect. Alright, so after the hamburger style we have one last settings. This is mobile menu logo. We don't really have to do anything on here, just keep it as it is. So we are actually done with our nav menu. So overall this is looking like this, really amazing. But hey, one thing you see when I close this panel, this nav bar is going all the way to the left like this. But to fix that, let's select this header bottom, and instead of content with full width we can make it boxed. Now if we close this, this is perfectly fixed. Alright, now after this nav button or nav menu, let's add more widgets. So this time I'm gonna search icon list and add it after this. So with the icon list, let's first remove all of these, keep the first one, change the text, also change the icon, upload SVG. From here select this location icon and insert. It will be here, and let's go to style. So first let's go to this icon, then icon color, I want to make it fully transparent, then icon size 16 pixel. We have this horizontal orientation, make it center, then adjust vertical position, keep it 0. Now open this text. First the typography, make it 16, and line height 24, and also this color, make it fully white. It will be like this. So here what you can do on the content, if you want to link anything on this icon list, you can just open this and paste the link here. Maybe you want to put your location or Google Map address of your exact location, you can do this. Alright, so that's it for the header. The header is complete for the desktop mode. Now let's fix it perfectly on the other devices. So in the laptop mode, this is perfectly fine. In the tablet, almost fine. And in the mobile, we have to work a little bit. Alright, so first, so in the desktop mode, one final thing I want to fix is click this header middle. From here, add the padding, so we will have more compactness. So some unnecessary padding will be removed. Now also I think select this header bottom. Alright, so that is it. Now let's go to the other devices, and it just looks fine, but we have to add a little bit padding and all. So first we can select header top wrapper, go to advanced, unlink, on the top 10, on the right 40, bottom 10, left 40. Also select this header middle wrapper, same goes for this. Remove the padding, 28 on the top, right, same 40, then 28 and 40 pixel. And also select the bottom wrapper on the padding, nothing but on the right 40, on the left 40. It'll be like this. Now if you close this, this is looking great, but I want to decrease the gap between this and this. So first we have to fix the button. So for that, just simply grab this container, go to advanced, make the padding 0, and it should be fixed. And also for this one, this container, I mean this element kit nav menu, from here just make the padding 0, and overall this is looking perfect. Now let's see how it's looking on the tablet mode. So in the tablet mode, the original menu hides and this hamburger menu appears, right? And also in here we have to fix this thing here. So in this case we have to actually decrease the size of this bar, search bar. So scroll down, and on this max width we can make it less, like 340 pixel. It's looking good. And also we can decrease the padding of the sections. So let's close all of them and select one by one. On the header top wrapper, we can keep it 10, 20, 10 and 20 pixel. Down the middle, unlink 28, 20, 28 and 20. After that, select this bottom one, unlink, and on the right 20, on the left 20. Alright, this will look like this. And after that, let's select the whole header, go to advanced, make the padding 0. So everything will be like this, but still I want to decrease the spacing around this, you see. Alright, so in the tablet mode it's looking perfect. Now let's go to the mobile mode, and here we have to fix it. So first of all, here we can remove the search bar. We no longer need the search on the mobile. So in here we can just grab this logo, and on the advanced we can add some margin on the bottom, or we can use some padding on the bottom like 20 pixel. It will push down the things. And also select the search bar, go to advanced, and on the padding make it 10, and it will push down the button a little bit, so it will be looking like this. And also select this whole thing, whole header middle wrapper, unlink it, keep the right and left 20 pixel padding, and now it should be looking perfect in the mobile mode. And one last thing here, it would be really better if we make everything centered on the mobile mode, like make this one centered, make this logo centered. And actually to center this logo, we have to select the header middle and make this justify content center. And also we have some padding on the right side you see, margin on the right side, just make it 0 now. The logo will be centered. And also select this button. From here, make it center. It doesn't work, just select this container. After the logo, go to layout, just make the justify content center. It will be centered, and this is looking perfect for the mobile mode. Alright, so this is how you make the complex header responsive. Alright, so we can say our header section is fully done with all the responsiveness. Now let's publish this and add it to our home page. So let's go back to our home page here, publish this, scroll up, click on this page settings. From here, scroll down, and from the page layout, instead of Elementor canvas, select Elementor full width. Let it load. At first it can be loaded like this, but just publish and refresh. And now our header is just appeared on our home page, and it's looking great over here. And now one thing we have left in the home page is adding our footer section. So for our footer section, the process will be the same. We have to go to the dashboard. So from here, let's go back to the dashboard. So under the Elements Kit, let's click on this header footer. And now let's add a new template and rename this one footer, and select the type footer and condition entire site and active this. Save the changes and click edit and edit content. And the footer will be opened in the Elementor page builder. Alright, so let's take a new container. And I'm just going to rename this footer top. So also our footer will have some parts like footer top, footer middle, and footer bottom. Okay, so first here, let's make this direction to column. Alright, after, let's go to the style and set a background color for this container. So I'm just going to select our accent color like this. Let's go to the advanced, unlike the padding, add some padding on the top, 112, then keep it 0, just on the bottom, 61 pixel. After that, I actually want to add some border on this container. So let's go back to the style, scroll down, open this border, then select the border type solid. And on the border width, let's unlink the width, then just on the top 1 pixel and on the bottom 1 pixel. Okay, and also the border color should be the primary color. So it will look like this. But I want to make the color a little bit more gray, so we can click on this color, and at the end of the code, just add 3. It will have a semi-transparent color, and the border will be looking like this. Alright. Now inside of this footer top, I want to add a border on the middle vertically like this. So for that, we can use really simple custom CSS. From here, just scroll down, and you'll find this footer border style CSS. Just copy this, put it into the custom CSS. Although we don't have the custom CSS in here, we can just add it quickly. HTML widget. And in here, because we don't have the style tag, we can just type the style tag like this, add a space, and paste the code. And now all you gotta do is copy the class name, which is this footer -bdr. Select this first and put it into the footer top CSS classes. Now you see it just added a nice border on the middle. So we just separated the area on the footer top. On this area we'll put some type of things, and on this area we'll add different type of things. Okay, let's add a container inside and make this container full width, then direction to row, and justify content space between. And then inside this, I'm gonna add another one, container, and rename this one wrapper. Okay, then make it full width, and on the width select the pixel, just make it 582 pixel. It will be this size. Also make this direction to row, and then make the padding 0. Now inside this wrapper, let's add another container and rename this one just count like this. keep the count here, nothing we have to do with this. Inside this, let's add a heading, then change the text to this and change the HTML tag to H4. Then go to the style and typography, DM sans, then font size 24, font weight 400, and line height 32 pixel. Alright, after that go to the advanced tab, unlink the margin, add some margin on the bottom, 20 pixel. And after this, let's add an icon widget. Just search icon list. We need the icon list here, and with the icon list we'll show the links on our footer. So we can just remove all of them and keep the first one, then change the name. So basically here we're gonna make or recreate the nav menus that we have on our header section. So on our header we have home, category, about, dishes and all. So we'll just make the same links in here using this icon list. Okay, so in here I'm gonna first put the home, then we can remove the icon from here. Right, close this, and I'm gonna duplicate this home like this multiple times. Then for the second one, let's make this. After that, we have web category. Okay, let's make this one category. Then we have about, then we have dishes, we have menu, and then features. Okay, and also obviously you can put the links of these links here. Okay, just on this link field, if you have a link of any page or any section, just put the link here. You can also put the ID like this, menu. Okay, and you see after putting the link, it has been changed to the red color. So I'm gonna quickly add those links. So for the home page, we just need our main domain name like this. Then on a category, we can just type it here with the hash, about for about, then dishes. By the way, these are the ID we're having on the real sections, right? Features. Right, now this is looking like this. We have to style it nicely here. So let's go to the icon list and go to style. First, the space between, we can make it 20. Then let's open the text. First on the typography, make the font family 18 pixel, 400, and 26 line height. Then make the color to primary, but on the hover we can make it the secondary like this. Okay, now on this side we need multiple of them, so we can just grab this count and duplicate. We can make it 3 times, and I'm just gonna quickly change all of these links and text. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so I have changed all the contents from the text, and now after this I want to add a little bit differently. So after this icon list, I'm gonna copy this heading, paste it here, and then change the text to opening time. And now let's go to the advanced, then on the top just add 32. Okay, now after that I'm gonna add one more icon list after this, so we can just copy this and paste it here, and of course change the text. So the opening time Monday to Sunday is one list, and then 9:30 to 6:30 is one item. Right, so this is now looking like this. Really professional and informative footer. Now let's open and work on the right side of this. Alright, so after this wrapper, which is this left side, I'm gonna add one more container, and also gonna rename this wrapper. And this wrapper should be, let's select the pixel and make the width 496. Alright, after that let's add a container inside this. Then right into this container we're gonna add a heading, change the text, and also make the HTML tag h2. Now go to style, make the typography 48,
then weight 600, line height 58. Then the text color, make it primary. Go to advanced. Now after this, add one more heading. Then change the text and make the HTML tag to H4. Go to style, make the font size 16, font weight 400, line height 24. Make the text primary. Now let's go to the advanced. Unlike the margin, add 20 pixels on the top. After that, let's add a container right after this heading and make the container direction to row, and also make the gap 14 pixel. Go to the advanced, make the margin top 32. And now inside this, let's add image widget. Then select the image. If you scroll down, load more, you'll find this image. This is Google Play download button, so select this. After that, just simply duplicate this and change the image to this Apple Store download, and this will be like this. But one little thing here, just select this container and make the padding 0. So this will be like this, looking really nice. And of course, if you want, you can just put any link on this Google Play download button or Apple Store download button by clicking on this link, select the URL and paste that link if you have any apps or anything on these stores. Okay. Alright, so after that, let's close this footer top. Now we're going to make the footer middle. So now let's add a new container here and rename this one footer middle. And also, this was the custom CSS code, so we can just rename this custom code and drag this on the bottom. Okay, now let's work on this. First, make it boxed, then make the direction to row, make the justify content space between, and align items center. Then go to the style, make the background color to the accent, and also go to advanced, make the padding 28 pixel on the top, 28 pixel on the bottom. And then let's add a heading inside this. Change the heading to this, subscribe our newsletter, and also change the HTML tag to H2. Then go to style and make the typography 32, weight 500, and line height 38. And make the text color primary. Alright, so after this, let's add a new container. It will be placed in a row because the container is direction row. Alright, so here let's add a width on pixel 494. Alright, so inside this container, we're gonna make a newsletter form. So I'm gonna make the form using the Made Form plugin that we have installed. So from here, just search for Made Form. You'll find this, just add it. So currently it says no content is added. So from the left side, click on this edit form. And now from here, as we don't have any contact form created, we can create one. And let's rename this to newsletter and keep everything as it is. Keep this blank template and click on this edit form. And the form will be opened in the Elementor page builders pop-up like this. Okay. So in here, the rule and everything is same. Just on the left side, you can see the Made Form is loaded here. And we have all the widgets available from the Made Form plugin, like submit button, text, email. Most of these are input box or inputs. Alright, so this one will be really easy. Now, from here, just add a container. If you scroll down, you'll find this container and all the basic items. So let's add this container here. And now under this container, let's scroll down and make the direction to column. That's it. Now, inside this container, we're going to add an input. So if you scroll down, you'll find this email. Just add it. And this will add an input form instantly. Now here, we can change these contents like this label or this placeholder. Every option is in here. So we don't need this label here. We can turn this off. Turn this show label off and it will be gone. Now on the placeholder, I'm gonna
make it this, enter email here, and dot dot dot. And now let's go to the style tab to style this input. Alright, so first unlink the padding from here, make it 16 on the top and 16 on the bottom, and also on the left 32. It will add some gap in here, then just make the margin 0. Then scroll down, make this input color to our primary color, and after making it primary, click on here, and at the end just add 66. It will have semi-transparent color. Alright, and also let's make the background type classic and color or white color. Now scroll down and we have the typography here. Make it first, select the font family to DM Sans, then font size 16, font weight 300, line height 24. Close, and let's open the placeholder, which is this, and on the placeholder as well I'm gonna make the typography same DM Sans, size 16, weight 300, and line height 24. It'll be looking like this. Alright, so after this email widget, let's add a button. So this button will be the submit button widget, not a normal button. So let's just add it right after this input. At first it will be here, and this button will say subscribe, and then let's go to the style. First make the padding unlike this, make it 11, 32, 11, and 32 pixel. After that, let's make the typography, the DM Sans, and size 18 pixel, weight 500, and line height 26 pixel. And make the color fully white, but on the hover, the color should be the secondary color. And let's make the background color to our secondary color, and on the hover, background color should be transparent. And also we have to add the border. So scroll down, open the border, make border type solid, border width 1 pixel, then border color secondary. Now it will be like this, and you see the border radius is here, so we can just remove this border radius, make it 0. And also if you notice one thing, this button is having a shadow under this. So scroll down, open this shadow. You don't want any shadow on this button, so on the box shadow we can just make this color fully transparent. Okay, so it will remove this and it will remove the shadow, and we don't need to work on this icon because we don't have any icon on the button. Alright, now let's go to the advanced, scroll down, and I want to make this button to position absolute. Make it absolute, and let's position this. So first horizontal to right, offset 4, then vertical to top and offset, select percentage and make it 50. And then scroll down, open this transform, scroll down and open this offset, and on the offset Y, select the percentage and just make it minus 50%. And this button will be straightly aligned with this input, looking really nice. We can see this button is not fully aligned horizontally with this input. So what we can do is we can actually use this offset again, but this offset X, we can drag it like this, just make it minus 10. Okay, and also one thing, if we select the input, this email, I actually don't want the border color, so from here make the default border type to none. The border will be removed and it will be like this. Alright, now let's publish this and click on this update and close. And after closing, you see the input has been loaded into our footer. This is looking great. So users can actually type their email address and click on the subscribe to send it to you. Okay, and of course the email should be valid. Alright, now let's move on to our footer bottom. Okay, so this was the middle. After this, let's add the container here, rename this footer bottom and bring it up. So the bottom part will be the easiest. First make it boxed, then make the direction to row and justify content space between. Also align item center. Then make the background color of the section to accent and go to advanced. Then make the padding 28 and 28 on the top and bottom. Alright, now first here I'm gonna add an image widget. And this image widget will hold the footer logo. So from here, let's select the logo, scroll down, and this is the footer logo. And also in the link, we can put our domain name link. So it doesn't matter from which page user clicks on this logo, it will land the user to the home page. After that, let's add a heading after this logo. Change the heading to this copyright text and also make the HTML tag h4. Go to style, make the typography 18 pixel, font weight 400, and line height 26. And keep the color primary. But one thing you see on this form, there's some unnecessary space here, so we can remove this. So open this, select this. So on the mid form, first make the padding 0. But also on this container, make the padding 0. And then select the mid form, go to the content, and click on edit form. I'm just gonna open the form and select the first container in here. Go to the advanced and just make the padding 0. And then update and close. Now you see after making the padding 0, the alignment is fixed, but there is some problem with this button. This button is supposed to be more on the right like this, so we can just quickly go there and fix it. Alright, so select the button and scroll down, open the transform, then the offset, and let's use this offset X again. We can make it like -1. Okay, now let's see if it works, and I think it perfectly works. Alright, so we can say our footer section is completely done, but now let's check it on the different sizes. So first laptop. In the laptop this is almost perfect, but just we have to increase the padding and maybe change some font style or font sizes, and also maybe change some font sizes. So first I'm gonna select the footer top, go to advanced, I like the padding. On the top keep it the same, then on the right 40, on the bottom 80, and left 40. And then let's select this title and go to the style, make the typography 20 pixel and line height 30 pixel, and select these and open text. For typography I'm gonna make it 16 pixel, and also I'm gonna decrease the space between the items a little bit. So from the list, decrease it to 15. Alright, so I'm just gonna select the text and paste the style on the other ones. This one. And also this. But after pasting the style, we can again add the margin on the top of this one. On the bottom 20, on the top 20. I think on the bottom it should be now 10. Okay, after that 15. Okay, after that select these, copy the style from here and paste the style here. Alright, now one thing, select this text and make the typography 44 is looking good. Alright, so everything looks perfect on the footer top. Okay, now let's select the footer middle container and first make the padding, keep the top and bottom same, but on the right add 40 pixel, on the left 40 pixel. And let's select this heading, make the typography 24 and make this one's line height, select EM 1.3. Alright, that's it. Now let's select the footer bottom. First change the padding, keep top and bottom same, 18, 28, and right 40 and left 40. Then select this heading, change the text to 14 pixel font size. Okay, so the laptop mode is perfect. Now let's go to the tablet mode. So the typographies are good here. We just need to decrease the padding and change the structure a little bit maybe. So we can just select the footer top first, unlike the padding, make 80 on top, and left right 20. And we actually can change the typography also. Here select this one, title. From here we can make it 18 pixel now. And these icon list, text 14 pixel, and also decrease the space between to 10. Then just copy the style and paste the style. And select this last one. From the style we can just manually make it 18 pixel. And also let's fix the paddings even more. So we can select this one. This is the container under footer top. From here we can make the padding 0. After that we have this wrapper. From the wrapper as well we can make the padding 0. Then also select the this container, and make the padding 0. Select all the conts we have and just make the padding 0. It will remove some unnecessary padding and save more space. Alright, so it's good. Now let's go to this part. First select the container, make it padding 0. Then this container under wrapper, make it 0. And also select this wrapper, this one, and we can edit the width here because this is a smaller screen. We can just decrease 100 pixel, so 396 is good. And also select this container under this footer top, scroll down and make the gaps 30, like this. Then select the text here, the typography, and make it 34 pixel. The line height, select pixel, make it 1.3 em. And also let's select this one and we can decrease the font size to 15. And also we can select this container and decrease the margin top to 20 pixel. And from the layout we can make the gaps now 10 pixel. Alright, so this is actually looking really nice for the tablet mode. Now let's go to here. First close this footer top and select footer middle and change the padding top and bottom 28, right and left 20. And here everything is actually good. Now let's select this one, footer bottom, and change the padding to 28, 20, 28 and 20. And everything is looking perfect in the tablet mode. Now let's see it on the mobile screen. So in the mobile screen, automatically you can see everything is aligned on a column. So first, scroll up and select this footer top. Quickly change the padding. On the top this time will be 60, and right and left will be the same, 20. Okay, and now select this cont and go to layout, select the percentage on the width and make it 49. Okay, and copy this, paste the same style into the other cont, and it will be here. Okay, add it to here also, and this will be aligned like this. But one thing, select this one. From the advanced on the margin top you can add 20 pixel. This is good. Everything else is almost looking good, but let's select these buttons and go to style, and on the width select pixel and just make it maybe 200. Select this, copy and paste it also here. After that let's select this one. This is the footer middle. First in here select this text, maybe make it a little bit smaller, like 21 pixel. Then I want to make this alignment center. If it doesn't make it centered, just select footer middle, go to layout and make the justify content center. Also select this, and on the bottom let's add some margin. 15 pixel is good. And also I'll edit this form, so just click on this edit. And here as well, also switch to this mobile mode, so it will only affect the mobile mode. So in here, although this is looking fixed here, but on our main footer this is looking like this, right? And even worse than that. So for that we can select this email input. From the style we can decrease the padding on the left here, like 10 pixel. And also we can select the button. From the style we can decrease the padding, so like this. On the top 10, on the right 10, bottom 10, everything actually we can make it 10. It'll look like this. Now let's see update and close. And this is fixed, but we need to fix it a little bit more. So click on edit form, select the button. First go to the mobile mode and select the button. Then from scroll down and from the transform, go to the offset and make the offset X -5. Okay. And now let's update and close. And this is looking perfect now. Alright, so this part is done. Now let's go to the bottom part. Select the footer bottom, decrease the padding. So on the top, I want it a little bit less, like 15 pixel. On the right, 20, bottom 15, and left 20. And then let's select the logo here. From the style, you can make it not the logo, actually this footer bottom. And from the layout, we can make it justify center to center the logo. And to center this one, we have to make it aligned center. And also on the logo, we can add some margin on the bottom, like 20 pixel. Now everything is looking really perfect in the mobile mode. Alright. And you see this container, this custom code container is taking a little bit space. If we close this panel, you can see there's some space that is actually coming from this custom code. So from the advanced, we can just make it padding 0 and it will be fixed. Okay. So let's publish our footer now. And now let's go to our home page and refresh. Alright, so we can say our footer is done, but one final thing I want to do with the footer is adding some animation on these buttons. So let's select this. So on the hover, we'll show some animation with this custom CSS, okay? So it will be a really cool animation. So if you scroll down, you'll find this app downloaded link style CSS. Just copy this and add it into the custom code at the end here. And also copy the text, app-link, and add this one into this button. Here one. And one thing, make sure you don't put this dot here. Keep it without the dot. And one for this one. Remove the dot. Alright, now on the hover, you see the animation will be something like this. Really cool, right? Alright, now let's publish the whole footer and go back to our home page and add the footer. So all you gotta do is refresh the whole home page. Alright, so in our home page, you can see our amazing footer has been added. This is looking really amazing. So basically, we are done with our home page. We have all the sections here. We have header and the footer. And now I'm gonna recheck everything top to bottom and see everything is fully perfect or not. Alright, so we have completed our amazing restaurant and cafe design landing page. Now go ahead and create your own professional restaurant and cafe landing page. I wish you all the best. I have just one request. Please comment down below about the learning experience from this video. Also, please share this video on social media. It would mean world to me. I'll see you in the next video. For now, goodbye.